Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Check. Engineer in the building. Tell me what go on, engineer. Yeah, man. What you say? No audio? Yeah, no. Me turn on the sound and hear what go on. Check. Okay, good. Alright, so engineer in the building. Big up to all my viewers and my subscribers. Yeah, man. Big up on yourself. You know, say, the thing I boil down to gravy now, you know, people. Yeah, man. We want to know what go on. And we're going to tell you some things what go on. And, you know, we're going to deal with the thing. We're going to deal with the maths. We say sound crispy. Yo. Sound up and running. We say we got tune up his sound. Yeah, man. Them for know me, yeah. Ooh. Wanna say? Big up to everybody. Ocean in the building. Jew 40, you know. We say Dandina, what go on? Big up to all people around here. Yeah, man. Those who are in the chat room, those who are just watching and not putting anything in the chat room, that's no problem. We still respect that you're there. But all we want still, you know, just like the video. Yeah, man. Like up the video right away. People them say why we always ask for live, for like. And yet still we say we not do it for love, but we do it for we not do it for the love, we not do it for the like. And every minute we ask for like. But anyways, that are the golden rule for YouTube still, you know. Like the video even before you start watch it. So just do the maths, you understand? Great one, big up yourself. Yeah, man, drop a like on the video. Big up to everybody who, you know, continue to support the coaches desk. You know, say great things are going to go on for some you know, people. Yeah, man, track and feel nice again, you know. Yeah, man, some great things we want to start in the summer coming up, Olympics and all of them things there. You don't know. Shelly's gonna have her farewell and all of these things. Yeah, man, a whole for niceness, man. A whole for niceness. So yeah, man, big up to my sponsors. You understand? Yeah, man, big up everybody. Big up to those who like the video. Big up to those who don't like the video. You get what me I say? Yeah, man. So the thing said. So we have a lot to discuss, you know, people. Yeah, man, we have a lot to discuss. Blake, what go on, Blake? Boy, Blake, me I tell you, you know, man. We don't have one over we right now, you know. We don't have one over we right now. Big up to the people on Facebook who are tuning right away. Big up on yourself, people. We don't know it going on. Yeah, man. Big up. The Titans of City Carter. Big up yourself. Are these athletes training when they're not competing? What do you think? Answer that question there. What do you think? You think that them just get up and run? Huh? Talk it truth, sit down, Carter. You think that them just get up and run? So, yeah, man, we're there. So the first thing we want to jump out at, you know, people. We know we're going to the world relays, you know. Seeing? And that have the internet in a frenzy. You get what I say? That have the internet in a frenzy. Big up Tuffy Roadie. That have the city locked. I think I me lock the city, you know. But that have the city locked, me I tell you, man. The people them just not like what go on. The people they are complaining. And the powers that be really believe that, you know, the thing wasn't started out as it was supposed to be. Or the fans them a say that. Or the powers that be know where I go on and never make the fans them know where I go on. If see we are talking about communication, yeah, communication is key, you know. Yeah, man, all the people them in a relationship, they know, say, if you not communicate to their partner, you know, they know, say, a worries that, leave a lot of speculation, seeing, and speculation leads to what? Contention. Yeah, man, that's so it thinks it, man. But I don't know, people, what they have to talk about. What you say, padlock? Jaja, Chris Roman, same have the padlock. Padlock, we have, padlock for now, Chris. We said straight bunnings, yeah man. We need to get our house in order quick and fast. Shem, what go on? But when you say house smash down, Jaja, can't believe when I say house smash down, you know. So the belief say one little thing will go on over Bahamas can cause the house to just mash down, so. Then what kind of house we did have? I don't know, bossy, concrete house we did have then. I trick we tricky people them then. Yeah? Wanna talk to me, people. Talk to me. What you say, Dolly House? Yo, una ramp rough, you know. Una ramp rough, really rough. Cause the people, they must say a Dolly House thing. Cha, Dolly House? Yo. Wanna say Dolly House? Nah, sir. Me not understand what go on as a people. Oh, you fi say the Jamaica thing a Dolly House thing. Shelly, just go and bust a dance, yeah, Shelly. Yeah, man, just go and bust a dance. Cause the people them say Dolly House. Yo, we say no fireworks at Bahamas. Channel star. Wanna say no want to see pot cover beat? Pot cover in a yo. Pot cover no want to see a beat no. Channel star, I tell you no. Hey, track and field fan them savage, you know, that me know, you know. They not play, you know. Then there are no itchings, you know. People want to see race run, people want to see athletes on track. But the athletes, them look at them and go on. People are say dog house, dolly house. What kind of thing are go on? Arms house. All of them the house that go on. Marcia, big up yourself. Blake, what you say, dog house or a arms house? Was there even a house in the first place? Yo, a mansion we have, Blake. What you chat say, man? Mansion with the Benz. You understand? What you chat say? A mansion we rolling, a man. But was there a house in the first place? You understand? But must look on the 4x4, man. Cheryl Robinson said, I couldn't watch the entire game because I was too hurt. Yeah, you know, a lot of people decide, say, yo, them can't stomach what go on. Right now, me did hide my face. And me have my hat nearby still, you know. Me have my hat nearby, people. So if anything, me just have to cover my face. You get what me I say? Because, you know, people can't deal with pressure sometimes, you know. Pressure bust pipe them say don't. Me I tell her, boy, I don't know if a arms house go on. That the only house. I say what I go on they say no. Like only if the relay teams were this savage. Hey, me shame. I one Jamaica, me still say. Then we can't say nothing else, shame. Yeah, man, we can't go on the order, man. It's me I say a big order this, you know, man. We can't go around this order. See? I want to think, say. This order you can't stop. You get what me I say? We can't stop the order. You understand? So all who think say the house pop down. See, it can't pop down. You see me I say? All who want to see Jamaica pop down, we can't pop down. If Mr. Starmer come to Jamaica and the Starmer fi turn back, then what's one little really madness will go on. You see me I say? Yeah, man, a joke thing, a joke thing. But anyways, hold on there. Fabian, how it go, Fabian? How it go, Fabian? Yeah, man, oh, say, oh, Jason, what go on? A war a go on, you know, Jason, war a go on. But you know, we are stay away from the war, you know. You get what me I say? Reality a kick in. Wait till Olympics. Faster, big up yourself, you know. Angela Faster, Angela, whichever. It sound good, same way. Yeah, man. Hope we bounce back. Nah, man. We're good, man. It's just that we're not good in the relays. That's the problem, you know. That is the challenge. You see me I say? People, war is in the here. Nah, telling you what I go on, but me I telling you war is in the air. Make sure not cover my face tonight, you know. Me love me Jamaican at least, but when me watch Mr. Gear a slow walk round the track, me lock off everything. Marcia. You can't know, say, a passion that in a Marcia. You can't know, but guess what, Marcia? Boy, me I tell you. What we could have done in that situation there? What we really could have done? How best the team can move go forward, people. And we are talking about the relay teams. Because I remember say individual badness Jamaica say, you know. Jamaica badness and then a crew, you know. Individual badness them say them nah work with no relay something. You get what me I say? And we are talking about this for years. You see me I say? Boy, Rocky Hill, you have one up on me, Rocky Hill. One up, me not lie at all. You have one up this man. Hey, Shem, a different Jason this, you know. Don't make the Jason fool you. Brenton Taylor, you come over here, peep. What you have to cover your eye, them, you know. Yeah, man. Hold for radiation over here, you know. What you say? War is in the air, cranky. People, war a brewing up, people. Yeah, man, war a brew, man. It's what you say, cranky? Drake and Kendrick rub off on them. Jesus, please. Yo, anyway, me I go put on my bulletproof, you know, cause we don't want no stray bullet over here, you know. Yeah, man. T, where you there? I mean, and T a par, you know. Me a par the girl, you know. Me nah know cascas. I'd rather be caught up than a knock fist. You, what you say? In a HAIR. Yeah, you see you drew 40, so the easy, you know. Coach, only serious concern for the world relays, men 4x4. Do we have better 400 men except Watson? Boy, I don't know, you know. Yeah, man, we have some youth at college where I do them thing, man. It's just that some people never forward. See it? I just that. And you see, based on what we have, I think the coaches probably think that the team could have, you know, qualified without much until the changes ring in and probably that catch up on them. Because everybody come soup up, you know, everybody come. You see, we take things for granted, you know. I can't overemphasize or something. Learn something in life, people. Do not take things for granted. You can't ease up. And we don't want that happen to we in the whole track and field thing, you know. We think say, you know, the fact say US go all out for world relays, you know. It goes to show something, you know. If you remember over the years, you know, remember I say US used to be the laughing stock, you know. Man them a drop baton, the ladies them now pass it properly, even though them still have them technical flaws there, you know. But guess what? They have implemented something to ensure that these things are sorted out, that nobody can laugh off of them when it come to relay. You get what me I say? Man, they on second and third leg a wait for button and button now forward. You see me I say, because man drop button around one part. You see me I say? So the US realize, say, yo, a shame and disgrace that, man. A shame and disgrace. And guess what? We now going on no more championship looking like that. And the man then go clean out their house. Then that's where all of the old things them, you know. You see me I say? And what them go do, them go change up the furniture them go get some brand new furniture, you know. Some top of the line furniture then go get, you know. You see me I say? So then really go fix up, then clean house and go fix up. And then constantly I fix up, then constantly I try new things in the new house. Because guess what? Anybody slip them slide, you know. But guess what? We just relax on the corner. I go and build. Put on pretty clothes and all of these things. Makeup, them thing there. The dollies them. As the people them call them. You see me I say them thing there go on. See it? And it is what it is. But we have to put things into place, and Jamaica Administrative Athletics Association, we have to put on the gloves, we have to pull up the socks, we have to put on the water boot, put on the hard hat, put on the respiratory thing, go in at the field and start work. So you put on all of your protective gear. So if chemical out there, if dust, if whatever, fire, you will be protected. But you have to go out in the field and do some work. You have to. It's a must. You see me I say? That me I talk about, you know. Beyonce, what kind of clickbait you talk about, man? Them things I can't take some time when I come to break the vibe, you know. How much time when you see the American people then use Jamaican in a title? Like, what I'm telling you, man, hey, Beyonce, not because you're a girl, you know. Don't listen to me, man. Don't come with no strange argument over here. See, after we try ensure say people then fix up them place. You see me I say? Don't watch it, Beyonce. We know no play thing tonight, you know. Serious match with the pan, you know. You see me I say? Raquel forward tonight with him rock stone. Yeah, man. Raquel fling some big stone off away. Hey, we can't hide. I run, we have to run for cover. Me can't say nothing to Raquel right now. Because he might go up a hill, you know, a rocky hill, you know. The man make sure say just go up there and fling some big stone down from away. That go on. Raquel have one up from away. See? And as I look at youth, me used to do stone war too, you know. And when you're there, and an elevation, you know, with a whole heap of stone on your foot, you know. Man, I best place that to be in a stone war, you know. Yeah, man, I best place that to be in a stone war. So Raquel up on a high right now. We can't say nothing. Stone hey, mount a stone a blaze power right now. We have to jump and a skip shem. The darkness was crazy. Hey, you no see me in a black virgin. From what they a black me, no, a black hat me didn't know. Yeah, man, we don't want to hear Sherika or any other athlete complaining about who can't run first or second leg on the relay team. We need the best lineup to win. Shem, you're the one to run. You're the one to run me out. Bika girl, what go on? Well, if it's individual badness, just train a group of persons for the relay, then that could have been something we consider, you know, Shem. Bika, for real, you know, because as we say, a individual badness, the Jamaica never go on right now, them no, no joke thing. You see me, I say they now group up and team up. You see me? Up coach, what happened to Bloomfield? Bloomfield? You know, say if you go check out the channel, you saw a video of me drop on Bloomfield. Go check it out. Go check it out. Can't talk about that now. Raquel Go away with your rocky self. Yo, Shem, man, I fling stone half away. Maurice Wilson must go. Donald Griffiths. Hey, yeah, me hear a lot of people are called for the head of Maurice Wilson because of what transpired. Not only in this championship, but championships before. And the people they believe that there's a lot of nepotism that is taking place where the team is concerned. You get what I'm saying? And the people basically are saying that they have had enough. But will the Garth Gale-led administration remove one of the most technical persons when they come on to track and field on the island? Will that happen? I don't know. I don't know if that is going to happen, people. Don't know if them are going to do something like that. And will it be to our detriment? Huh? Will this be an issue going forward, especially when it come on to Paris coming up? Some serious thing are going on, people. Yeah, man. Shows the mentality of US. Yes, of course. Shem all you want to rock with tonight. Yo, Rocky. I ain't sure say my chewing shut off of Shem, Shem, me can't help upon that one. Just go and deal with it. Yeah, deal with it. Think Rocky not smart. Pass the red line through the time. The US did not go all out for world relays. We have an enormous depth in all sprints right now. Men and women 100, 400. This is a new era of US sprinting. What? R.I.P. to freelance Chucky. If the US would have went all out, we would have sent Michael Norman, Athingmore, Sidney McLaughlin, Roy Benjamin, Shakari Richardson, Christian Coleman, etc. The other countries talk about training camps. Jamaica needs it. Tired to say this. Look, a long time we have said for sure. Long time. The thing about this thing, and that's why a person like me, can't run certain things, because guess what? If you don't participate, you can't move forward. Or you're not supposed to move forward. But then you have the people that must say when you lose, oh, why we have Sharika Jackson never use her? What kind of thing that? Oh, no, put the people in my team, I best person in my team, even if they're not trained. I saw you people that might talk again, You see them people that might talk them thing there, Christine. You see me, I say, you see, if fans them kind of fickle when they come on to certain things, the emotion, they make them emotion rule them, and they switch up quick and fast. Yeah, man, them thing that go on, man. You understand? Them thing that go on. But me get what you say, Christine. US have house, do we have what? Yeah, man, a mansion we have, man. No, say a mansion we have. You understand? But guess what? Everybody just gone about them business and I do this and I do that. We have the house too big at that type problem. Jamaica house too big. Yeah, man, we have mansion, man. I wanna chat some, man. How can a leading coach not know these races will qualify us for the Olympics? So who tell us that them never know Chris Romans? I believe that they think that the personnel that they took would have been adequate enough to qualify us based off who is going there. But it behooves me to say that these persons are not in tune to what is happening in the track and field. Because if that is so, then quite frankly, they should have tried as best as possible to negotiate with the top people. And as we talk about that people, you know that the Honorable Dr. Glenn Mills indicated that he had no idea. You know, listen me and listen me keenly, Listen me and listen to me keenly. Glenn Mills Yes, Glenn Mills said that he had no idea that these meats were qualifying meat. So essentially, what I must say, if they had known, then they would have put people up front. But is it a case where your team need you and you're going to send them based off you can qualify or not, or it's a qualified meet, or it should be an honor to represent the country from the onset? Talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah, man, that Glenn Mills say, man, say he had no idea. Seeing? No idea. He wasn't aware of the qualification process that was enacted at the World Relays this past weekend. He received no notification about it other than the usual request for those athletes who are interested in representing the country. So what Glenn Mills are basically tell me pretty much, that even though he must say all of that same never know, J3 is engaged the services of possibly his athletes. Could it be, and we have to start thinking a whole heap of things down, people. Could it be that they did not explain all of this because they did not want some people to go? Could it be that the case? Could that be the case, people? You follow me now? You forward with me? That could have been the case, because as Glenn Mills said, as usual, they would have tried to get the services of his athletes for the competition. But because they didn't understand it to be a qualification, look like your athletes, they were able to forward. You understand? You get what you really follow what I say? People, you follow what I say? So now that I say Chris Romans, big up yourself in the mall and what go on. Glenn Mills say he never get no notification of it. So obviously when they engage Glenn Mills to get the services of his athletes, he said that they didn't say anything like that. So I am saying could it be that the J3s who engaged these people knew and never said because they wanted to take who they wanted to take? And if, again, it's a possibility that why Coach Wall my athletes them, so to speak. I want to say get rid of him ask him athlete them for withdraw. When you say my audio gone? Check. 1 3. check. I want to go and run so. Yo, you can't muzzle me, you know, me I go talk. Me I go talk. On the nose, on the can't muzzle the youth. Me I go talk. So, this information where Glenn Mills is saying that, you know, he's not aware and he kind of puzzling. Seeing? It's really puzzling people. Very puzzling too. I don't understand. Some chickeny thing went on with team selection. And I've always said it, when there's no sort of runoff on them thing there, where you have to run to make the team, it's like say people just find them way in the team. That shows no equity. That shows no professionalism and all of these things. You understand? So I don't know. The US running 37-4 in May. Jay hasn't come. Yo, right now, US have learned their lesson. Seeing? Them learn them lesson. You understand? Them learn them lesson. And hold on the people. Hold on. People, we have somebody who just call in for the show, no people. Yeah, you understand? So we're gonna introduce this person to you. So we have Raymond KC Graham. He just called in, wanted to be a part of the whole conversation and what is happening. KC Graham, welcome to the show.
Good night, and happy to be on your program for the first time. You know, I have been doing a wonderful job, and when I saw you on Saturday in Maryland, you know, we had a discussion, and I feel proud to now be a part of your program.
Yeah, man, appreciate it, man. Big up yourself, and thanks again for joining.
No problem.
We are talking about a review of the World Relays, Sir Graham, and we see the fans out there having a field day where the whole selection, the supposedly nepotism, Glenn Mills not knowing of the qualification, and I am surmising that it could have been a case where the J3s know and never put it to them that they know because they want to select who they wanted to select, or is it a case that they didn't really know? What do you think about the whole shenanigans we are going with the Jamaican relay thing?
Okay, first of all, when I heard the comment from Glenn Mills, senior coach with some of the top athletes, I was a bit surprised. How can a national team be going to a relay and your top coach with the likes of the world champion Antonio Watson. We have the 100-meter finalists, oblique civil, and many more. So what are you saying then? We saw Daniel Hughes competing for England. Let me know that Jamaica this is an important meet. How come Daniel Hughes was released to run for England? So it is strange, and I think it's a lack of communication. I don't some power thing going on, and I heard some news that come November, Gargale will be challenged for president in election. I'm start to believe these things now, because something's in the pipeline. So it is, I can't understand that our top coaches this is an important event, and they must have known that the event is a qualifying process for the Olympic game. Every single coach should know that. So it's really surprising to me, Sir Menzies.
But let me ask you something. Is it because of this whole Adidas proposal that's why they might challenge Gargale, because Adidas want a foot in the Jamaican market?
I don't want to be sued.
But
I'm wondering if this has something to do with it. Because which athletes are involved in Adidas? Check it out. Do your homework.
Yeah, man.
Which club.
Me not have to do your homework. You're right in my head right, so.
Okay. I say nothing more.
Wow. Who are going to challenge him, by the way?
I hear some name I can't even call because it's just rumors. And I hope, and it's going to be very difficult. We saw what happened in the football. It's not like the cricket. When President was challenged by Raymond Hudson, and we all saw the results, I don't think anybody can beat again now. He has the people in his corner. It's going to be very difficult. So people have to work with him. And I say it's a KC club thing.
Yes.
So it's a KC club thing. Well, it's and a lot of KC people, old boys, are part of the JAAA, and it can remain like that for a long time to come.
Also, it's a boys' club like JFF.
It is.
Shano. So talk to us about your take on the whole selection. What we see go on with the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people. I don't want to say Maurice Wilson as a technical director. He has put his athletes. But the question I may ask is there must have been a committee. So I don't think Maurice Wilson has the sole authority to decide on the members of the team. There must be a committee, and the decision was taken by the members of the committee. Maurice Wilson is one person, and I have been a part of the national program, senior program for years, and it has never been like that. It's a committee. So because he's a technical, you see why we hear about, I don't know, because we have some people like the Menzies, like the Demish Gay, we see a lot of GC first, Sprintec people on the team. So it's obvious, people gonna say these things. And I'm wondering if it's because of this, the other coaches decide, you know what, it don't make any sense, because it will be our Sprintec team. So why should we bother? But as I said earlier, it's not a one-man show. It's a committee. And I don't think...
Do you know the other members of the committee?
You have in the JAAA, you have selection committee. I think the president of the JAAA is a part of it. The treasurer is a part of it. I think people like T.C. Campbell, those people are part of the committee. So and there's this, I think the doctor from Manchester, I don't remember his name, they're part of the committee. Lincoln Eatman, they're part of the committee. So what are you going to tell me? Maurice Wilson alone, maneuver these people.
But do you think that they trust him as remember he's the technical leader, you know? Do you think that they trust him enough to make these calls on the team?
Yeah, I think
even though that they have a committee?
Yeah, you could be right there. Now, due to our respect to Maurice Wilson, I think he's a good person. He has technical ability. We have seen Riley now. Maybe Riley is being groomed for this position. We see Riley working with David Riley with the
Mm-hmm.
junior team. He's a technical person in the junior team.
Yeah.
And I think Maurice Wilson is the best person. If not Maurice Wilson, oh, I don't know. But I think they trust him and they allow him to make decision and then they go with it.
Wow. Boy, why everything in Jamaica seem to start out on a very good footing and then after a while the wall come tumbling down. It's like you have your house, you know. You have to keep maintaining the house, you know. You have to
It's
clean up,
about
you
the
have to
ego.
paint and all of these things. You have to cobweb down the house to ensure that it remain at a particular level. So you say a
It's
ego
about
mash up the
ego.
whole thing?
Yeah, it's an ego. Ego by the coaches and the athletes. I'm telling you, it's an ego thing. I'm not afraid to talk. That's an ego thing. That's where the problem is. Look at big powerful USA. Let me tell you something, Minzy. Let me teach the public something.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to about 7 world championship with the senior team and 2 Olympic games. We have never had a training camp. The only time the athletes, look here, the only time they pass the baton around together is before the event, before the 4x1, because the coaches, they do not want their athlete, and the athletes say they don't want anything to happen to them before their individual event. So they're thinking more of their individual event than the relay.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why we're having issues.
So
And
the really is an afterthought.
after that, look at, for example, the mixed relay. I don't think any team in the world can beat us, but we don't take the mixed relay.
We
The mixed
don't
relay,
take it
we are not
serious.
taking it serious. We have the best set of female and male, and we can't get it right in a mixed medley. That is strange. And sooner or later we have to pull up a follow ground, man. This is Jamaica. Jamaica is bigger than every individual, right? And may his soul rest in peace. People like Teddy McCook, Howard Harris, if they're around now, these things will not have happened. But I think we have some leaders who are very weak, and when you're a weak leader, people will take advantage of situation. Remember one year Howard Harris came out and decided that if people did not go to, I saw what happened next time around.
Mm-hmm.
We need people like Howard Harris and Teddy McCook to be at the top. So when they say something, it stands.
But somebody is saying that individual event is where the money is at. But let me ask you this.
It's also in relay too.
All right. If a man win a medal on a global stage in a relay, isn't he counted as being a gold medalist if it is a gold medal?
Are a world champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When they introduce you at an event, they say, "Oh, Anthony Brown, world champion, part of the 4x4 world championship gold medal team." Yeah, it's a big intro. So once you're part of the relay, you are being introduced as a world champion. Once you are a medalist, and you get a gold, silver, or bronze, you are introduced as a medalist. So this is look here. We need look at, as I said, I don't want to compare, but look at big powerful USA. They have camp.
But look on this in a KC. What happens is that US I get beaten left, right, and center over the years, you know. Button a drop, no change, it change over there, no good out of the zone, especially when we had the 10-20. You understand? Now it's at a full 30, so everybody mooch here now. Them used to have a whole lot of problems with that. US decides that them now playing a second fiddle to no little Jamaica. And they went forward and start putting whole heap of camps. People have to report to these camps no matter which club you are trained for. You have to report, else you have no lot and part on the relay team. And people find a way to show themselves. Look on Gabby Thomas over there in World Relays. Boom, she run a 4x1. Second leg. Boom, she go back on the 4x4. You gonna tell me say
No Jamaica will do that. No Jamaica will do that. No Jamaica will do that. And look here, although they have camp, you know, they won the relay last World Championship. Their button changes were
they weren't crisp. They weren't crisp.
There was not one crisp button change. They had problem in all exchanges.
Yeah.
But I think their foot speed killed us. And if if we had a camp, but Jamaica now, look here, most of the top Jamaica athletes are in Jamaica. Why we can't say, okay, a weekend, let us meet at GC Faster this week. Let us meet at JC next week. Let us meet at Ava Camp. That will never happen. I can tell you that. I bet
No, it
that
no happen for
that will
true.
never happen in Jamaica.
So you know
And
the
even these young athletes,
uh-huh.
they once they get into the senior, remember when they go into the senior things, a different thing. They're being controlled by the senior coaches, and they have to do what their coaches say. When
Because
you're a junior,
when them a junior, them listen to any coach where them go up on the team with, you know. Seeing
perfect.
and really a change is always nice when you come on to a junior athlete them, but as you reach a senior, a problem. You know want to run this a leg, yeah? You can run only this leg, a pure leg problem like 40 leg with what really a go on.
And this has been going on for years, I remember, I went to Australia at the Olympic Games, and we have an issue when the Ati issue, the Ben Matalan company.
Yes.
Nobody wanted to pass baton to Ati. And who beat us? The Bahamas, because we were not united. It was crazy stuff going on in Australia.
And
we
then
lost in Sydney.
And then they have a thing with Veronica Campbell one time too.
Yes, same thing. Every time we see him, when it comes to a major championship, we're having these issues. Why? Well, we can't get it right.
Because we, as I say, ego and the star-studdedness, where we think that we are not. You know what people are rely upon? Oh, we used to run this at high school. We can't get to change it. But at the same time, nobody wants to exchange and try different legs.
Because you're stuck in your old way.
Because you don't practice.
And you don't practice. You must go, if you have a camp, a training, people make changes and know where you fit best.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So because of that now, you have to put people out. In high school, I used to run the ankle leg, I used to run the second leg, and it's going to remain like that. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. And I wish coach, look here, when you go as coach with the senior team, you're not really a coach, You're there to those
facilitate.
Yeah, facilitate. Carry bag and those things.
But me think I have a problem though, KC.
Yeah.
The coaches they will go with the team probably lazy and no want to do no work. So because you watch an athlete over the years, you say, but that person that used to run ankle leg, that person that is a good starter. You have to practice. You have to practice. No, but they're not practice. They're not practice.
Because why? They're not practicing because the athletes are being told by their coaches that they must not do extra program, follow the program. Don't go there and do part of the next thing. You hurt yourself and can't run in that.
So hold on. Gabby Thomas are gonna get hurt.
They have a different mindset than us.
Gabby, no allies are gonna get hurt.
No, this is America, Jamaican, our mindset, because you see, we're a small nation, and we have a few people who are dominant, and they feel they can hold the country to ransom. Big power for USA, you look here, it could be Noel Lyles, you could be Shakari, Richardson, you could be Gabriel. You have to fit by their rules, you have to go by their rules. Are you don't go on the team?
So I saw things we go about Jamaica leaders, and this happen right throughout sports, the landscape of Jamaica sports. I have said this on different platforms that Jamaica a matter of fact, may I extend it to the Caribbean. The Caribbean needs sports leaders. We lack leadership in sports in the Caribbean, and it always spill over in the different sports because we are trying to put in with friend and we do this and we do that and we try to do this, or if we appease this a person. Yeah, we need to let go of these things, and the jellyback thing need to just put aside and lead.
I mean, we don't want to blame Maurice now. Maybe why we see this athlete from sprinting on the team, nobody's not interested. And Maurice, and that's why I look out that way. I check MVP, I check all the other clubs, and they say not interested. And because he's a technical leader, I think he wants the team to do well. And that's why he put his athletes can go there and do something. So I'm not gonna blame him for having so many athletes there. Maybe they're the only one who show more interest and they are willing to run. So I'm not going to hit him that hard. And I know Maurice for years. We have been rivals at high school for years, and he's very competitive. He wants to win, and he wants the best. I don't think he's going to put somebody I know willingly that person can't every team. So I'm not going to kill him this time around.
All right, look on a decision I know. Based on how Rashid ran in the first round in the why would they switch him and substitute him for what you call it now? What are you with the name Barnes?
Zadrian Barnes.
Yeah. What? So you gonna tell me
okay.
It looked to me that them swap the 4x4 for the mix relay, you know.
Yeah, yes. And look, and look at the tradition we have in it. I tell you, tradition we have in the 4x4. Imagine Jamaica going to a senior world championship or Olympic, not being a 4x4 relay.
That is unheard of, brethren.
Unheard of.
Michael McDonald, Gregory Harton, Danny McFarlane.
Oh gosh.
Them man, Davian Clark. Sanjay here. Yo, what joke thing this? Even Dunkley, Fitzroy Dunkley and them man there.
Right. And I saw Michael McDonald over the weekend, and the man look like he can still run. The man look, you saw him, he was in Maryland, you know.
Me never see him.
Yeah, man, he was in Maryland.
Me only see Raymond Stewart.
Yeah?
Me only see Raymond Stewart and Kieran and Melaine Walker. I miss Sandy Richards. Miss Sandy Richards too.
I saw Sandy at the Puma boat. Yeah, I took some photograph with her. Yeah, man, Mikey was there. And Kieran. It's good to see these athletes. I wonder what they are saying now. In their time, team was bad, but not so bad. But come on, man, it's getting terrible now.
It is. Yeah, go ahead.
How can we solve this? How do you think we can solve this, Wendy?
You see, in order to solve this, leadership have got to get grimy. And comes what made the friend thing of it done. You can represent the team, you get ultimatum, you come at camp, come at training, you have to be a part of that practice here, and you're good. There's no, listen, if you're there at your practice, you can get injured.
That is so true.
If you're there a relay practice, you can get injured as well. So don't use that as an excuse, because remember say people are running for US at different meets over the country, you know. Where every week or so, or every other week, them have relay. So you gotta tell me say them people are gonna think them might get hurt. Nobody train and run for get hurt. It's a demon of the sport.
He's so busy. No, life so busy. Coleman, they are so busy. Gabby Thomas, they are so busy.
And then still a fine time.
They are so busy. They run every week.
Me think, sir, the powers that be, and it's something like hard for do, you know. You see, because when you don't train the tree when it grow up, and you try to train it when it already send down its roots and all of these things and the branches, very difficult. And that is what is going to happen.
You can't do anything when the senior coaches, they are to get blamed. They are the one. The athletes, listen to them. When you still have national coaches, you look at the chip more time and see who got national coaches. They don't have anybody on the team. The senior coaches of these athletes, they give instruction to their athletes what to do and not to do, and they follow the instruction to the T. So it's not going to change.
No, but change.
Have the same coaches. Look at the coaches who are dominating. These are the same coaches over the years. And it's not like we don't have any new coaches coming up and say these are the senior new coaches. We have the same coaches who are dominating. And that's the problem. It's not going to change. What happened? My girl going to get go to the world championship and win the gold. To hell with the relay. I don't miss it. It's about an individual thing. They don't care about the relay team. Because guess what? It's not. I bet if you add 4 members, say Club X finish 1, 2, 3, 4 in 100 meter or 400 meter, then things will change. But until we have different clubs making up the teams, it's not gonna change. And it's not gonna change, man. It's not gonna change. I can tell you that.
And the thing about this is it seem like the JFF, it look like it's very difficult for the public to get involved in a voting where these persons are concerned. And then it's like it's a syndicate of these persons again, you know. So if our next man a come figure be a part of it, is a man who used to be connected to this person I go be a part of the thing. So it's like it's a revolving cycle I go round and I go round.
The friend thing.
Yo.
The friend club. Sadly.
Yo, the thing sad, Virgin.
When I look and say, look on the weekend, I was not there, but I follow. I say I did a story yesterday, you know, about it. When I look and say Jamaica, some country who qualify automatically in the top 8, and we have to the second time around we have to struggle, you know, and it is so sad, you know. These people who made it for Jamaica, most of them can't make the team at the Olympic Games. It is so sad.
And them are focused on individual thing.
And they are focused on individual thing. We struggle. Of 5 relays, only 1 relay, we reach the final, and we would have been last, 8 and last, but because of the disqualification of a particular team, we came 7th. That's unheard of. No prize money. Yeah? 1 little prize money we get 7th, and because the team got disqualified, it's what we would have been 8th. Come on, man.
Hey,
you know, look good at all. This is Jamaica.
You know the problem is. It is said that these senior coaches are the ones who tell the athletes what to do.
You?
And me kind of understand. But you have to tell me, say, a professional athlete go to a competition is going to fear doing a little relay practice. Fear getting injured.
And no, you have to answer to your coach. When you go there, you not to do that.
Who pay the coach?
Athletes.
Who pay the coach? Who pay the coach?
The athletes pay the coach.
Oh, so why it always seems as if are the coach or the boss?
You're right to that one, you know.
And athletes them pay the coach. Even though me know that the athletes them believe in the coach, you know. So that probably would have spin the whole relationship.
True.
But are the athletes pay the coach?
And I say the athletes, you know, guess what? I know there's a particular athlete who was named to compete in Bahamas, and that person run at the all-comers meet. That is so disrespectful.
Yes.
How can you have a international meet where you're selected to be a part of the national team, and you did not go, and the same day you're here competing in a, what you call it, all-comers meet? That is so disrespectful, man. Come on. That means they don't have a country at heart. They do not have a country at heart. It's about individual thing.
So Casey, we have elaborated a lot on this relay thing, and it really I get to me, you know, because me don't know if it have a change going forward. As me say, US take the beating and then go fix up their house, then get some new architect and builder and engineer, and them set up them thing differently now. See?
Yeah.
So they really have it for them. 37-4 in May. Knighton is not on the team. Christian Coleman is not on the team. You think that team can break the world record?
Yeah. Yeah, because you see, they have their camp, and they have 2 of the fastest men in the world. And this guy King, you know, Perry King. They can, once they're perfect, their button changes, they can break the world record. They can, I think so. And you know, and Mr. Lyle is he wants, you know, he has a target. And his dream is is to break some of record that Bolt held. So he has a big goal, and he's a person who he comes and talk as it is. I
Yeah.
want that. I can do it, and he believes in himself, and he believes he can do it.
And
So if you
that's
believe,
you will
then believe
achieve.
will help you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And that's why Stephen Francis come out and I say, yo, him the youth they know for marketing himself and him kinda bigger in terms of marketing than Bolt, but me not think so still, but that
No,
is
I don't think so.
Stephen
Nobody
Francis.
can beat Bolt in marketing. You saying Bolt? Come on, Stephen. You get that one wrong.
Alright. When you look so that team that can break the world record, I mean things that them are go at it, you know. They are going at it. Them are go off it because them want to erase everything with the Jamaicans would have said, you know. That's why no one lies talk about
Everything.
the record them so much, you know. Them want to get
Yes.
everything what we have because
They want to take us, they want to take us
they
off
no
the map.
believe say we should have the above of them.
True. Powerful America.
Yeah.
The mighty USA.
So
Little
they,
Jamaica.
yeah, so them are go back worse. Like, hey, you notice they make a strike when Bolt leave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That time then kick in the strike, you know, because they must say, when me check the landscape, when me check a thing where I go on right now, nobody can. Yeah, man, we can make a move now, man. And then roll in with them fighter jets, and them a work.
Working hard.
Them a work hard.
Working, man. Because there's no bolt to file their attempt. So they are more motivated now. They don't fear. There's no bolt. Even when Asaf was around, there's a little fear. But there's no Asaf. I know he's not winning, but at least he was a part of a great relay team, Michael Frater. So they figured now's the time to dig in. You know?
Chano star, me I tell you, people them are coming mad and millions, and they say the racers Grand Prix will come up to Analyse I got there. Me think he might want to come put on a show, you know. He might come here for the Jamaican fans, them, you know. He might run a fast time on the sideline, you know. That me think he might come for, you know. But I mean, we how has this really impacted the whole grand scheme of things where Jamaica's track and field is concerned? Does it have any huge amount of impact on the thing where we like the best, which is the individual aspect of it? Yeah, you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, man, you hear me?
Yeah, man, you hear him now?
Yeah, me I just hear about. Me I say, how has this impacted the whole grand scheme of things where Jamaica is concerned in track and field? Will it affect our individual performances, or it's just the relay it have affect? What are your thoughts?
I think just the relay, you know. How when you look at it individually, we have some of the world beaters. When you look at you look at Civil coming up in 100. You have Blake coming up. You have Watson. So individually, we have people who can.
Oh, in chip out again, you know. We not hear your coach, Graham. We not hear me, people.
Hello.
Yeah, you just chip out. You chip in back, you know. Where else, you know?
I'm saying that it will only affect us in the relay. We have some great world beater, and both male and female. I think Civil, and people like Watson, and also we saw Blake, younger Blake. They are world beaters. You look at the 400, we have Antonio Watson, world beater. We look at the sprint hurdle, we have Parchment, and these people are Olympic champions. Then you look at the triple jump, we have young Jaden Ibert. On the female side, you have Sherika Jackson, you have Shelley and Fraser Price. You have and I think when it comes to Olympic, I think we're gonna see. I think Miss Elaine Thompson era will be back. When you look at the my only concern is in the 400.
Yeah.
I have concern in the women 400. We don't have. And you look at Rochelle Clayton in the 4 hurdle, doing well. Sprint hurdle, we have a young brigade coming up, the Brittany Anderson and Akira Nugent and company.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we can match any country in individual event. But when it comes to the real, that's where the problem is. We're not a team. We're not united. So we will have to get our stock together and try to get back on term in the relay events.
Yeah, because when you think of some of the athletes from college coming in, any of them can break in the team, because of course you know that the NCAs are very grueling, you know. You think any of them will have an opportunity to really come back and upset the apple cart where our athletes are concerned in any of the events that we have? Phone a chip out Coach Graham. Nah, yeah.
Yeah. Chip note again?
Yeah, man, your chip out, so I just hear forward back now.
Okay, I'm saying that Brenna Liston is special.
Yeah.
Every time, every little decade, we get special athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's going to make a big mark at the national championship. Somebody in the top 3 is in serious trouble.
Ilian, Shelley, and Sherika in trouble?
Yeah, somebody top 3 will be in trouble.
From
Brenna Liston.
So you say Brianna now show them no respect?
No respect. Fair time now. One of the big 3 will be out. I'm telling you that. You might look here. AC Graham all the way wrong now. When I came publicly and said Shakari Richards will not lose the 100.
Yeah.
Kill me.
Then kill her.
When she won the semi-final and came third. Someone called me from Budapest and said, Casey, you're dead. I girl, I said, no, she won't see me. And she proved me right. So remember I tell you tonight on this program, the 7th of May, 2024, Brother Liston will break the heart of a member of the top 3, but I don't know who.
Want to say people don't agree with the analyst, KC Graham? Hey, listen, Brianna Liston coach spoke that already, you know, and he has been talking about that throughout the season, and based on her progress, based on what she's doing, it look like it can happen, you know.
Yeah, it is gonna happen.
Look like.
Remember class?
Hold on, you're gone again. Well, wait till him forward, people. Hey, a serious argument, this, you know, people. Serious prediction, this, you know. Let me tell you with KC game, him normally go out on the limb, you know. Him worse than Fabian, you know. Worse than Fabian, them, and they go out on the limb and talk it, all them see it. Alright, until he return, people. But for Brianna Liston break up the top 3 there, you know, people, in the 100 meters, you know. It would have been one of the most outstanding feat, you know. A big 3, these people are referred to as big 3, you know. Seeing? And if that can happen, trust me, it's going to be massive. It's going to be something great. You understand? And definitely, when you know say Brianna, am my second coming in, people. When you know that. Right, Rob Smith? Who no know? Who no know now? Yeah, man. Brianna are my second coming. So after Shelly, who no know say Liston. So because Shelly I leave the spikes for the heels. Yo, that sound body. Now because Shelly I leave the spikes for the heels. That means that we not gonna have nobody for talk about. You get what I say? Wanna know it go already. Coach, I hang up and see if I can call him back, people, because we don't want to have the delay upon the argument, and the conversation are nice, you know. Seeing? So me see me can call him back.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, man,
Hello?
we are here now. Yes, you don't say about class, whatever, about Brianna now. Talk to we.
You're at St. Diego.
Yeah.
That girl show her ability from class 4. She did something with no class 4. We have some great people in class 4 in the past. What this girl did,
Mm-hmm.
was amazing. So, but she was injury prone. After that, she got, I think, injury kind of derail her in the other classes. But she
Mm-hmm.
showed us in class 4.
Yeah.
So we're not surprised now. And she went, we saw the world. I was in Colombia 2 years ago when she destroyed the field in the 200 meter. This girl is special, man. And every time we find, every 5 years or 10 years, we find special athlete. And she's a special one
Mm-hmm.
this time. She's a special one.
That
And
is
it reminds me of a young lady who's assault idol recently, Texira Johnson. This
whoa.
one is going to be special to you, guy.
Whoa.
Very special,
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
and I must use this program now. And big up Corey Bennett. He's the best female high school coach at the moment. He knows how to get his athletes ready for the big time. Don't watch. I see the man use 30 at girls and nearly win champs. The man in 2-3 hours, the man wipe out a 69-point lead to put down to 9. I mean, a team a lead by what 70 yard, and in less than 3 hours, the man reduced the deficit by 60 yard. This guy, the Corey Bennett, he's not getting the accolade he should get, but I think the big time, and I think, and I can say, next prediction, Ideal will be the team. You saw what Veer did, you saw what Omo did, and Edwin Allen. Ideal will be the new team to continue that tradition of winning multiple girls championship and a streak.
Okay. You was on this program about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, you know.
Well, Corey Bennett.
Yeah, man, and he mentioned him a kind of downplay the prowess we him have, you know. But
and it's Corey Bennett. Look here.
yeah, man.
Corey Bennett came out before champs, and he made an interview and said he don't have no chance. He's not trying.
Yeah.
That
Him kind of mind games.
Yeah, the mind games.
But him big up Keelan the Goburn and Michael Dyke as two of the
that's true.
top coaches on the island.
And Goburn came on my wing, so I have to big him up too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
On my wing and Dyke. Well, I think and Dyke is out. Yeah, he has shown. Like when you win 8 titles, you must have been doing something. 9 titles, so you can't take away from Dyke. Dyke is very good, but I think Corey is the man of the moment right now. Like on the male side, you have David Riley, the man of the moment, on the male side.
All right, but how you decide that though? That these persons are the man or coach at the moment. Is it based off team effort or is it based off individually how they prepare these athletes to peak for the championship?
Both. You see, these athletes, for example, let me tell you the difference. When those Excelsior athletes do well, in their final year in class 2, and the first, these are the same athletes coming through the program now. But when they reach the final year in class 2 or the first year in class 1, that's the time. So what that is showing you that the coaches are preparing well. Look at Corey. I saw Idle, for example, pre-championship. They look at shut of themselves. But when it came to the championship, it was a different Idle. So you have to give the coach kudos for preparing. He knows when to peak his athletes. And that's the important thing. You peak at the right time. You don't peak 6 weeks before champs. And you go to chat meet every week. He knows how to prepare his athletes. And you have to give them credit for that. And I think this is what they have over the other coaches. Although they have look at Exeter, number small. Ideal number small. I mean, Edna Ali knows 2 times the odd number Ideal by 2, 30 to 70 athletes. Look at Excelsior. But it shows that the coaches, they have a lot of knowledge, experience, quality, and it came out in the athletes.
But you know what I question we asked Corey Bennett that when he came on the show was about his athletes' technical ability. I think he's good when it comes on to the horizontal and the vertical jump. You understand? I think that he knows how to prepare those athletes as well. But when you look at technique, and his response to that was, if the athletes are run fast, him rather the speed over the technique. What would you say about that?
Yes, well, yeah. Sometimes speed. Yeah. Look on, for example, Sabrina.
Dakri,
You
yeah.
see her technique. It's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But some coaches say sometimes you might spend time fixing technique and slow down the person. So if the person is running fast, the person young, maybe when him go senior, that will change. But most people will say that when the person is speedy, then um does the person does what he or she likes best and leave it there. At this stage, technique not really is speed or technique at this stage.
But
You know,
why
because it's
why
spending time.
but why are Shelley and Ileana place emphasis on technique?
They will place it
Because
now.
as a coach, you know it how it is. It's efficient for an athlete to display all these sort of techniques so that they can, break through the wind, and the technique help you to run faster because everything should be in a linear motion and all of these things.
Yeah, but did they, when they were going to high school, how technical good were they?
But they
Because
weren't.
no, they can't
But
say no. Because
yeah,
you're
but them
senior
never
now.
as fast as they were now.
Because possibly you have to pick up the coaches like
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Francis. He can get people to run fast. So maybe it comes from the coach, and that's why you have to give the coach a lot of respect there.
Yeah, me believe in the technique still. Things still, technique make you efficient. I mean,
Yeah,
you you might never be fully technical, but once you have a few steps of the technicality, you should be able to run fast. And then you look on Shakiri now have all of the technical aspect in
like
line.
an alien,
But yeah, but she's able to run fast, and you look on those knee drives where she knees up.
Yeah, man.
It probably her arms need to fix and more out of the blocks in terms of her acceleration. That would have probably helped her to go a little bit faster. So me believe that the technique is important, man.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
true. But
Uh-huh.
okay.
Go ahead.
No, it's true. But at the high school level now, technique not really count as such. After high school, it will.
Okay. All right. Point taken. All right. So when you look on the male side of things with Jamaica now, because you said the big three, I get one of them are ball, who you think are going to be the top three for men? Especially with Julian Ford, who came out of the blocks quick and fast at the Velocity Fest. Blew down the place.
I will not put my money on Julian Ford. Every year he does that. Look here. I will never put my money on. I will never put my last cent on Julian Ford. He always look good early, and when it comes to the right moment, he disappoints. So I don't expect much from Julian Ford. I don't think he will beat those guys, the Watson, the Civil, the Blake. That's Julian. Look here. From Julian Ford was a junior. He has been like that. So when he deliver, I will say yes, but I will not. I don't watch what he does now. He has always started off like that. So no surprise there. But I think Civil and Blake. I think Blake getting better now.
Which one are the Blake them?
The young Blake, Akeem Blake.
Come with the OIR run CD, Come with the OIR run,
Hey, balance. Wait a turn.
Oh, which Blake? Go on. May I wait?
Wait a turn.
I don't think Johan can make the team.
Okay.
Make the team.
That's for you,
We say nothing. Johan can make the team. We have to be specific, which Blake, because remember the man say I'm gonna make the team.
Blake. I don't think Johan can make the team. I say with no disrespect. I don't think he can. Possibility in the final. Yeah, possibility he does make the final.
Where's him go get that little niggle there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We have Rich Poe on the line also, coach. Rich Poe, what you have to say right now? Give your few cents, quick and fast.
Quick and fast. Good evening, CD. Good evening to the gentleman. He sounds like the leader from the world of football, but Good night to you, sir. Good night to the viewers and subscribers. I was disappointed with. Good night, sir. I was disappointed. I'd love to hear your opinion, sir. You may have given it earlier, but I'm giving thanks. As a long-standing track and field fan, I was disappointed with the performance overall, no doubt about it, and surprised at the overall performance of the Jamaican team. I've always said that one of the challenges for Jamaica is that individually, they always have individual competitors vying against each other and the world for individual honors. Teams like Britain, the Netherlands, and many other nations, they love to target the relays. And as the years go by, world relays and the introduction of the world relays are another example where teams and countries, nations are financially investing in training, camps. Track and field has already embraced the importance of relays and trying to put the spotlight on relays as not just the icing on the cake after the glory of the individual 100, 200, 400 meters events. They can then club together and run relays. However, we can see that the landscape is changing. I'm waiting to find out if you guys recognize that we will not always have a Usain Bolt, a Shelly-Ann, and Elaine, goats of the game. We will have to look at strength and depth, and we may have to make adjustments. I'm expecting Jamaica to be quite competitive in the relays come the Paris Olympics. But as day follows night, the landscape is changing. I'm looking for medals in the men's 4x1, potentially podium. I'm looking for the women to podium and potentially win because we still got the caliber. But as far as the women and men's 4x4, the landscape is changing. Unless we fix up and look sharp, address the importance of unity, address the importance of humility. As CD said, leadership is going to be important, but the landscape is changing. And Jamaica has developed a fine reputation. I thought Jamaica knew everything, lock and step about track and field. I thought teams like Britain and nations like Britain would have to bow and head over to Jamaica to see really what a go on. But really what a go on, there's depths and levels to this thing. So this is why I've come to CD. This is why I check out
levels you talk about? Hold on. What kind of levels you talk about? Jamaica level up, you know, brother. Don't watch when you see going on world today. We embarrassed and we take we beat and we take we hits. But don't push it. Don't push the button. A card might pop up.
But
yeah.
Second team.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Maybe what he said, no. He didn't what he said, I said most of that in the beginning. But when it comes to the Paris Olympics, we're gonna be very competitive. Most of those people used to run, okay, look at the 4x1 women who run for the weekend. I guarantee that none of these 4 ladies will make the top 5 at our trials, or even top 6. So we're going to see a brand new team. We're going to see the best of the best. So what he's saying, we're going to see a very competitive Jamaica in all the relays. All the relays. Once we decide to get our act together, we're going to be very competitive. And we have medal. We can challenge the 4x1 men. I think it's going to be, we can challenge, yes. But, you know, Great Britain and Canada are the two. I mean, USA, Great Britain and Canada, tough. But the women 4x1, we can win. Despite the USA, we have 3 of the best in the world. And with the way Liston is running now, we can upstage the USA. So what he's saying is factual. We can be very competitive in all the relays.
Big man, give thanks. What's your name, sir?
No, just tell the caller, say, wait, give me 5 minutes. I almost reach him. Just stay up on the phone for 5 minutes.
Okay. A KC Graham upon the line, man.
KC Graham?
Yeah, man. Raymond KC Graham.
Thank you. KC Graham, I hope to hear. Good night, sir. Good night, sir. Full respect. I'd like to hear. Thank you, sir. I've started, so I'll finish. KC, I'm glad that you agree with me that I was being factual. I'm not stepping on anyone's toes, I hope, but allow me to probe you a little further, sir. We concur, we agree that the 4x1 men and women will be competitive. There's no doubt about it. But let me stretch you a little, sir. The men's 4x4, the women's 4x4, and that vexed subject in these changing times, the mixed relays. What were your thoughts on those three events, and what do you think Jamaica should be doing going forward? I don't think that Jamaica have the strength in depth, frankly, after this kind of word relays that some people in the social media atmosphere have been purporting. I've heard people suggesting that Jamaica, despite any and whichever individuals represent in the Bahamas, should have been dominating. Those athletes, big up to them for turning up and representing, but I had no expressed interest or belief that these athletes were going to dominate. And the proof was in the pudding. We don't have the strength and depth of the USA. Who does? Speak, sir.
Okay. Like you said, I said to men's earlier, I'm concerned about our 4x4. The men's 4x4 are in trouble. The women is weak in the 4x4. Well, weak women 4x4. The mixed relay, I think we can find a good team, but we, over the years, we have not taken the mixed relay seriously. Until we start taking it serious, then we can be more competitive. But I agree with you. We are in trouble in the women 4x4. The Steph McPherson and company that used to do well. The new dynasty. So it takes some time. The men 4x4, we have good 400 meters, but we are in trouble. We may not even be at the Olympics to run the 4x4. So I do agree with you that we have problem in those areas.
You're a wise man, sir. I can concur. CD, I don't know where the card talk came from, but Mr. Grimes is speaking, and he is on the frequency of the Reason Boss. I hope you are as well, viewers and subscribers. I hope you see that Mr. Minzy may have some kind of agenda against me falsely. I'm like a sheep to the slaughter.
Hold on. I track and feel what I talk about, you know, brother. Track and feel what I talk about. Don't try talk about no agenda. We have agenda against the J3s and their operation. And that we are defend. Don't come here with your foolishness.
Far from it. Far from it, CD. In fact, this is why I mentioned the word levels. That's why I said levels.
Alright, well, I'm going to mute him there. We have an issue with the operation of how Jamaica administration are deal with the thing. And that we have problem with. Don't bother make your head chip. Because you know if your head chip, my one I got chop. You understand? T, the link in the comment section, the link pinning out T. You understand? Yeah, so you were going to make mention of the top three KC for the men.
In the men.
You talk about Julian Fort and people start running and I say, boy, Julian Fort, it look like you hit the nail upon the head with Julian Fort. Him start well. I can't remember one season he gave us one of the fastest 60-meter start ever, you know. And the man look like him a fly, you know. And then all of a sudden we don't know where Julian Fort gone. Only to hear that he
put my money on Julian Fort.
So you're a betting man in the sport?
Yeah, I bet with my mouth.
All right, talk about the top three for men.
Oh, simple, it is one. MVP. What's and what's his name again? Kishane Thompson. All right, it's on. I say 4. Kishane Thompson, Watson for MVP, and you have Civil from Racers, and Akeem Blake from Dynamic. Those are top 4.
Say that again.
Kishane Thompson and Watson from MVP, and Akeem Blake from Dynamic, and oblique civil. Those are the four.
And
The
that
three
is
can
not in
come
any
from any other.
particular order that you just mentioned.
No, not any other.
Okay.
The three will come from that four. And I am optimistic and I will be correct in that call.
So what am to Raheem?
I don't think I don't think Rhyme has the quality to match these guys. It's a Rhyme for now. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't think so.
You mentioned
He might
Ron
be a part
Watson.
of the relay squad. He might
Yes,
be in
he
the top
did.
six. He might be a part of the top six, but not in the. I don't see him in the top three or top four. Those four, I think, Watson and Thompson could do something special this year. Kishan Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
but Civil, I think Coach Mills gonna do something special with Civil. I saw Civil running 400 this year and looks good. Work on his strength. So I think Civil could be could could be coming fourth back to back. I think he will be amongst the medals this time. And once amongst the medal, he will be right there with the top Americans. And I like the progress of young Blake,
Mm-hmm.
Hakeem Blake.
Yeah.
And you can't write out Stephen Francis coach athletes. He has two big guns who I'm positive will make some big noises there.
But we're not seeing a Kishian running. You think that will affect him in a way where he won't even factor, because a lot of people label him as somebody who can't do the round because of utterances from a Stephen Francis, who indicated that he can't do the round. He's just a one-off athlete because of certain situation with him. You think that will affect him, or it will come to haunt him in any way, shape, or form?
I don't think so. I think his coach must have done his homework,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing something that we don't know. We don't know what's happening in the camp. We don't see Shelly. We don't see Ilian. We don't see those and Sherika. So maybe coach has a different plan. So maybe when it comes to the trials, we're gonna see best of him because he has good people to train in. It's not like he doesn't have good athletes to train with. So I think coach is preparing him to come and do something special at the trials.
Okay. So and Sanjay, who has gotten a PB since leaving Elite Performance, and you have a KJ and Golson as well. Where you think these athletes will go? They will just make up part of the relay team. They can't upset the apple cart.
No. Sanjay, I think is for the future too. I think we might see him next year on going for individual. But I don't think. As I said, I gave it the 4, and I stand by what I said. I think the top 3 will come from those 4.
Okay, fair enough. Rich Poo, you agree? Hey, welcome to the pretty lady on the show, TXT Track Time. If you have not yet subscribed, people, you know, say, you know, if you check it out. KC Graham, you check out that channel, TXT Track Time. Yeah, man, we are running ground. T, what go on?
Send it to me. Send it to me.
Yeah, man, I'm going to send it to you, man.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Coach Graham, and also good night. Who is
Good
that?
night.
Tourism boss. Good night, everybody.
No, man, I season boss that, man.
Good night, good night, T. Good night,
Yeah,
T.
man.
You still the CD. Good night.
I always hear you making predictions, so you're famous for it. Definitely famous for your predictions. Interesting conversation so far tonight, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
When I beat the people them bad though. I think they deserve the beating though. It's been a while. It's been years, and I think people have been ignoring the issues because we're winning. When you're winning, you probably say, okay, let's just move on. But now that we're not winning, clearly the holes are can't be patched up like they previously were. So interesting conversation. Kind of catch me up a little bit on what the current conversation is, so I can add my 2 cents.
Oh, we're talking about KC Graham giving his prediction on the 100 meters at Champs. He said on the female side that one of the big threes will actually holler and ball because Brianna Listana take one of them spot. And he said that without reservation.
Well, that's kind of interesting because when I spoke about Brenna Liston coming this season, people clowned me, but oh well. I don't know though. I think this is what I say. If it is that someone is not at their best, then it's possible, right? But if they're at their best, then I do not see a case where Brianna Liston will be able to defeat them, because as far as I'm concerned right now, she can run a 10-7. Once peaked, perfectly, and she's injury prone, and I noticed something in her last outing, so I'm praying that it's nothing serious. But as long as everything is still on the up and up, I foresee a 10-7 this season from her. And if she turns up at the trials in that same shape and the other girls are not ready, then yes, we could have problems. But if they turn up, I saw a little snippet of Shelly, but now so like technically Shelly look awesome. Me
Yeah,
see
man.
a snippet of Ilian look great
Mm-mm.
also. Me see Sharika touch out, so me not really know, if by now and then some kind of mishap, which I'm not asking for, because I still want our girls to be at their best. But if they're at their best, I don't see a Brianna or anybody challenging them. But again, if they're not, and
Hello,
we've seen where they turn up at trials before and they're not at their best, right? So if that
Chatty,
happens, then
Chatty.
anybody game, yeah.
Menzi,
Yeah.
is this a beautiful lady who has a program? I
Yep.
must her all the time. I
Y-
must
Yeah,
commend
man.
her. I like her honesty. I like her thing. But I'm telling you, LSU set the record over the years. Where did people like Shakari went to?
LSU.
Okay. LSU is
LSU.
known as producing people at the highest level. And I think these coaches, Brennan Liston, will come faring. So I am not
Okay.
saying this
But I have a
with
comeback
any
for you for
doubt.
that, because he's known for it. He's known for it, yes, but they're also known to fail at the highest level. There are quite a few years where Aaliyah Hobbs, even before the Sha'Carri Richardson, was their top athlete, and year after year, problem after problem with she. Then Sha'Carri rolled around, and we all saw how much years it took for her
Yeah.
to finally get it right. So while I agree with you that he has the tendency to get athletes, to the highest level, them not really produce when the time is right. So
Yes.
there's that factor as
And
well.
this
Because
Brennan
I'm
Liston
wondering,
is special.
all on the coach Graham. I'm wondering
Yeah.
if when you talk about Ali Absti, I'm wondering if it is as a result of this man peaking the athletes too early. Because Casey
Who?
Graham, you'd know that some of these
Who?
coaches, they can prepare athletes, but when it comes on to peaking, and I think that is what
Yeah.
Stephen Francis have over a lot
Uh,
of them. I spoke to
that's true.
Lassina Golden when she said she was kind of in limbo when it comes on to Toby Amerson. She is like she wasn't getting it, and she spoke with a few coaches and to bounce some ideas off them,
Yeah.
and she really found out that she wasn't able to put her in that place of peaking at the right time at the championship. So sometimes these coaches are very good in preparing the athletes up until a certain point in May. But after May, and the double peak very hard to do, I know every coach can do the double peak and make it work. You understand? So me agree with T on a point there, because yes, we have seen over the years where and I wonder, well, Shakir did leave before him never get for latch on to her still. Let us see
But
favor Ophelia and all of these people.
Menzi,
Yeah.
they must
And
have
I'm
learned
not
by
in
their
part of
mistake,
favor. Oh,
People,
Go ahead,
they must learn by
coach.
their mistakes.
Yeah, that
They
is
will learn by
true.
their mistake. And people understand now that track and field are different. And I like Miss Tracky, what she said. She's really, where she learned track and field from? She's so knowledgeable in sports. I never heard about her before.
You hear what I know.
I never did any
I
track
think
and
this time.
field, but you know what? I grew up in a family that loves sports, and back then all we used to watch was, well, all that was available really was just watching local TV, because we never had cable. So all I would do was just watch sports all day, every day, and yeah, that's pretty much how I learned. So here I am, imparting
Okay,
what I've learned, and I'm still
congrats.
learning, definitely still learning, and I've learned a
Yeah, you
lot
done a
since
marvelous
I've been
job.
here. But yeah,
You done an
T,
excellent job. Keep it up.
I was slightly surprised that you were saying that you believe that maybe this season a Brianna Liston could be looking at a 10-7. I'm not ready to put so much pressure or expectation on her this season to run that time. I mean, that's a high world class time that would definitely threaten for a position on the Jamaican team, which will be very hotly contested. I think she's one for the future, but terrific talent, just like the likes of Alana Reid. But pleasantly surprised at that. I'd love to hear your thoughts, T. I'm sure you've given it on your channel. Richpo Sports has given his thoughts on the World Relays. How surprised, given the talent that was available and available in the Bahamas, were you at the women and men's 4x4? And what's your take on the J3As and the Jamaican track and field community's attitude towards the mixed relays? It's a changing landscape in the world of athletics, and unless athletics gets on point and gets up to speed, it could be a dying sport on the global stage. What were your thoughts on the 4x4 and the mixed relays from a Jamaican point of view?
Well, heading in, actually, I can't really say I'm surprised because I knew about the team. So all the kind of fanfare and hoopla that I see happening now with everybody's reactions, for me personally, it's like a late reaction because the team was out for weeks. People knew who was going. So I kind of set my expectations from way before, knowing that this was not going to be easy. I've talked about it at nauseam. I've been on Coach's show, I've been on my show where we've talked about the likelihood of Jamaica even, medaling. I didn't have Jamaica medaling in anything. You know what I mean? I had us making it to finals, but definitely not medaling.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I'm shocked about is the fact that we struggled to make it to finals, right? But just realistically looking at the teams that countries sent, Jamaica wasn't ready at all in all of the events clearly, and it showed up on the biggest stage. I think though overall we tried to patch it up on day 2, so I can't really knock them. And again, this started before they got there, so I'm not going to be grumbling after the fact. They're already at the championships. They have to make do with what they have, right? So they were at the championships. Day 1 went horribly. I think day 2 they patched things up, kind of switched things around a little bit, and it worked out for them. When I was on my show, I spoke about the reason why they did what they did for the mixed relay versus the men's 4x4. My conjecture at that moment was, what are the possibilities or opportunities for 2 top female athletes, both female and male, in the 400 meters to be available to run a mixed 4x4 after this point, right? I said that was the reason that they were doing it, and it came out that what's his name, Rashawn, came out and said that's why they did it. So they switched things around a bit so that the 4x4 mix could qualify. Now though, the struggle is on for the men's 4x4, but they will have opportunities to hopefully get that time. We have a few collegiates that are out there doing it big, just not available right now. Plus, hopefully, once Watson and everybody is, ready to really go fast, then they can string 4 people together. We have only for 400-meter guys right now. We can string 4 and then hopefully can get one of the last 2 spots. If not, then it is what it is, and we move on with the life, and it's a learning lesson. That's how I think. Anything else? Oh yeah, I see people grumbling about who went. Personally, yes, I do believe that some shady stuff goes on, but really, when I looked at who was the times that were being run from a 400-meter perspective, nobody never faster. You know what I mean? We never have nobody faster for sense. So I don't get the hoopla again about people acting crazy about who went to represent us in the 4x4. When you look at it from a 4x1 perspective now, you can look at it and say the big athletes them never want to participate. But I believed that the 4 that went were fast enough. And they showed it on day 2 that they were fast enough. The problem is that because the athletes are not getting any practice, they're not able to perform up to the standard or level that they can perform at. And as such, when they go on the world stage, all hell breaks loose. And you can't fix that at a particular point. You can't wait until they get to the games to say, oh, let's make a few changes here and there and pass button. It's not going to work. So somebody said this on my channel, a comment. They said, you can't just put people on a plane and say, go run relay. There's no preparation there. Right? So that's pretty much what they're doing. They're just putting people on a plane and say, go run relay. That cannot work. So I don't think we can be mad at the people on the ground because the issue started way before that. And if you visit my channel, you'll know that I talk about the relays at nauseum over and over and over and over again. And I point out that this isn't a new thing. I think we lack leadership. And I think the J3s needs to put their foot down and say enough is enough. If you don't want to be a part of the relay camp, whatever, whether it's in a camp setting where we have you guys together in for a week or whatever, or you just run relays, at meetings. At this particular point, I don't care. I'm tired of these people taking advantage of the situation. And then remember, at the end of the day, they're the ones getting the glory. They're the ones getting the medal and the money. And then when you look at it as well, when you say, oh, those people have to focus on their individual event. So let me ask you, the people who are going to run, them have individual events and aspirations, to focus on as well. And they want to make the team too. So I kind of find it hypocritical because people are pretty much looking at us and saying, well, you're better than you, so you can go do it. I don't play those games. So even though I love our athletes and everybody knows me, love them gone to bed, but when it comes to the relay, that's like my cutoff, and I'm like, I'm tired of the nonsense. So if the J3s needs to put them foot down and say, camp, or you don't be a part of it, and this goes for the best of the best athletes that we have, then I'm fine with it. I will move on with the life. We'll get 8 girls, whoever wants to be a part of it, and we'll run some relay and practice. We can, and we will get there eventually. Because I still, second we're gonna come anyway, so might as well.
I don't think they have the nuts to do that, though, to put out a what do you call it, a condition like that where the athletes have to be, or they are mandated to actually come to these type of camp. They don't have the nuts to do it, and that is very sad. And as we were speaking earlier, KC Graham, we spoke about leadership, and T come with the same argument. We spoke about, apparently they took the mixed relay over that 4x4, and that's why they had made the switch. So basically it is on par where the conversation is concerned. Everybody is really on par with that. Fabian is here, people. Fabian is here to defend Julian Ford. KC Graham said Julian Ford can't trick him, and Fabian is here to defend. Fabian, what you have to say?
I'm not hearing.
You're muted, Fabian. Look, I can offer say that.
He mute like Julian Ford, some prospects. All right.
Yeah, hear me now?
Yeah, man, we are here.
All right. So, say, dip on the road, super busy, on my way home, and some in and out, based on the service, and me don't know why that part of me here. I don't know why that part me here, but what I want to say about that Julian Ford situation is, the reality is we are using the past to judge Julian Ford. Now, Julian Ford has suffered from an injury for some time now that has plagued him throughout the years. Now, if you are watching closely, it is an injury that has to be managed, and coaching is trial and error. Now, for the past 2 seasons, you realize that they seem to have a handle on the injury. They seem to be managing it well, to the point where Julian ended last season running a sub 10 time. Entering this season, managing that injury, I can say injury free to some extent, and so he is poised to run a fast time this year. Now, it is based on that premise. Now, you can't say, oh, Julian can trick you, because it's not a case where Julian runs some blistering times and then go to meets, don't run well. So Julian's problem is not mental, it's an injury problem. So it's not a case where you're saying, oh, you can't trust Julian because him run well, and when him go world champs or whatever, him flop. No, I could say the same thing about Seville. I said it last year at the World Championships, that we've seen this all before. Seville run the fastest time in the heats, head one going into the finals, and for some strange reason he missed out on the podium, and the same thing happened again last year.
You can't compare Seville to Ford, with all due respect, Fabian. With all due respect.
Richard,
the man came fourth in the world.
Hold on. I am not comparing their achievements or their placements. I am comparing the point that you are making, that you can't trust them. Now, if you were watching the World Champs last year, Seville had the fastest time. He probably was the main favorite going in, and what happened? It happened the year before. He ran a blistering time,
Oh.
and everybody had him as favorite to go on the podium. I said it here on this channel that I have seen this all before. So he needs to put a good race together. Now, if you had come out and said, hey, when Seville go to the finals, I can trust him. I could understand because it's not an injury that's preventing him from doing well. That is not the case with Julian. It is an injury that is preventing him from doing well. So when
Every
a
year,
person is injured,
every year.
you can't. It is you should know about the injury. It is not. It is public knowledge, you know. It
I
is
don't know.
public.
I don't know about that.
Julian did a long video about his injury was. It is public knowledge. It's just like how you know say Ilian have a bad Achilles, and you have to manage it in order for them to run well. And coaching is trial and error. So Walcott seemed to have a handle on that injury right now, and that is why you're seeing the fast times from Julian. Last week Saturday, I know that Julian was going to run fast, and I've never spoken
Every year
to
runs
Julian.
fast.
I have never
Early.
spoken to Julian personally. All right, I've never spoken to Julian personally. You get what I'm saying? But I know that he was going to run fast. I made that prediction months ago because
He
I
runs
pay
fast every
attention.
year early.
What do you call
Nothing,
fast?
he's doing nothing strange.
What do you call fast? When was the last time
Every year runs fast
opened
early.
up 100
Every year
meters with
Julian runs
10-0?
fast early.
All right. When was the last time he opened with 10-0? Search for it and tell me the last time Julian opened with 10-0.
Well, you will have to come and prove me wrong then. But I'm not putting
No,
anything.
he
I
doesn't
don't
need.
think he
He
will in
doesn't
top
need to
4.
prove. He doesn't need to prove you wrong. And 10-0 is not even a blistering time. I made this prediction months ago before Julian ran one race that he's going to PB this year.
Yeah,
And it
let
is
us see
because
it
of,
in
and you never
June.
know, rum talk may make a lot of people think I did rum talk, but a lot of people are now understanding why I made, and I explain why I made that prediction. It is just based off pure science and track knowledge. The biggest problem for Julian is his false start problem. That is the only thing that's keeping him off that
The
plane right
biggest
now.
problem for Julian in not maintaining his form all the way through the season. I made the team top 3.
Yeah, you're kind of so maintaining his farm. What kind of farm you're talking about? Is it that
To
Julian
be in
run
the top
19
3.
at
To
the
be in the
start of
top
the
3.
season and then fade in the end?
He runs good early season, but when it
What
comes
do
to
you
the
call
trials,
good? That's what I'm asking. What do you call good?
some good times. And
Some
people say,
no,
yes, this is Julian here.
If you follow Julian for the past 2 seasons, he has progressively gotten better as the season progressed. Last season, he ran his fastest time at the end of the season. So I don't understand what you mean by if he keep in farm right through the season.
Fabian, what do you? Sorry not to cut you, but I get the injury issues and the injury woes, and I have that as part of his issues. But that's not the only issue in my opinion. What about the false start? I think what stopped him last year was a false start
That is
issue.
why I said
So what about his false start issue?
that's why I made mention of that. That is his biggest problem. That's the only thing I think that's keeping a fit Julian off the plane is his false start problem. I did make mention of that. And that is a big problem that he needs to fix. That is biggest problem. The false start issue that he has been having for some time, the last 2-3 seasons that's plaguing him.
I think he looks good,
but what
and you
I'm
all know I
saying
never
is,
say never. I'm always open to persons, being the best that they can be, and based on how he started, I'm just hoping that he's able to continue
I mean,
throughout the whole season. Because if
if
he
I am
can get as good
wrong,
as people think he can, then he'll be a good asset for the team.
yeah, if I am
True,
wrong, I am
true.
wrong. But when you're going to say he needs to keep his form for the entire season, you make it seem like him run a season's best early season and then fade in the latter part. When for the past 2 seasons, him run faster at the end of the season. And for the
I
past
want to
2
see him
seasons, he not
in
open with
the
10
top 3
he
at
open
trials.
with 10-2 and open with 10-1, and then progressively get faster. And last year, it was a false start problem. Remember, it was a false
Okay,
start
we'll be
problem.
correct this time. We want to see the best of the best, so hopefully
It wasn't a
we'll get
case
it right
where
this time.
So it wasn't a case where, him go to trials and him run good early season, go to trials and then don't make the team. Him run 10-1 leading up to trials. That's not blistering time.
One thing I can say, with what we have at Charles, Boss, I forgot ensure saying forward good enough because me I tell you, these athletes out there are Olympics this you know. Every man want to go on the plane like you say, you know. So
Remember
if
what
Julian Ford come with him false start and if he make that injury there reoccur again, boy, I'm sorry for him.
Coach, remember me say 9-8 take you on that plane. And it was on that premise why me say him go PB. You get what I'm saying? So it is pretty simple. He opened with a 10-0.
So do you see him winning the national trials?
I am not going to say he's going to win. I'm going to say he's going to PB. Because in reality you don't control winning, you can only control running a PB.
This is my opinion. If he continues along this line, I won't lie. Other than Seville and Kishan that we haven't seen, it's gonna be tough to keep Julian Fort out. If
He's
he
gonna go
continues
second.
along this line.
He's
If
going.
he continues along this line, it's going to be tough to keep him out. The problem is that over the years, he has not continued along this line for one reason or the other. So if he continues along this line, then potentially then it's going to be tough. Because I'm not going to lie, I don't know if what they're doing the reverse of what they did with Akeem Blake last year, where he was running fast from early and, they didn't catch the peak at the right time. So no, this time they're trying to make sure they catch the peak at the right time. But I don't know. It's just not giving me anything it gave me last year. So Julian Fort is definitely looking much better as far as I'm concerned right now anyway. And then that's just a first run. So I mean, if you're going to look at it from a progressing standpoint, then clearly and just talent wise also over the years, Julian has been one of those people that we always thought could get to a certain height. It just never happened. So again, for me personally, if he does what I think he can do or what he could do over the years, then sure. The problem is that he's never really done it for one reason or the other. So that's it. But for me, a sure bet right now is Seville. I haven't seen Kishane, so I don't even know what's happening there. But my sure bet and probably only bet right now is Seville.
Fabian, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man say Fabian.
You love skin, everything blessed. Big man, is there anything that Jamaican track and field can learn from the likes of the United States of America, the Netherlands, other nations? When I saw Andre de Grasse for Canada, when I saw Noah Lyles, Kenny Bednarek, Femke Bull, Gabby Thomas representing with pride, getting across the lines when the relays have been trying to put in the global spotlight. Is there anything that Jamaica can learn? Do you think that pride truly does come before a fall? Have we been blessed with a bag of outstanding, all-time great talent that has threatened to make us a little blasé about the importance of camaraderie, team spirit? And may I add, strength in depth. I put it to you that some track and field fans still have this misnomer that Jamaica are, in terms of depth, near the likes of America. We saw in the Bahamas, straight up, that you've got to leave it on the track. Is it the J3As that is the problem? Or do we have a misnomer and the reality of the situation is things are not as rosy as we think?
All right, so as it relates to the relays and the no-shows, none of the countries, I think, send all their big guns, depending on the depth that is available and the availability of the different athletes. No coach will send their athlete.
You can't say that, Fabian, just to cut you right there, because they run last weekend.
Yeah, that world relays, yeah. No coach will send their athlete if they are not ready in an Olympic year, especially if they didn't factor that part in when they are writing their program. All right, so when they're writing their microcycle or whatever that they're doing for the year, or it could be even for 4 years, they would factor these in. Noah had factored that into his program for the entire year so that it wouldn't be a problem. My problem is the Jamaican.
But Fabian, hold on. Even though it might be factored in enough, I don't believe that they would have changed the routine
Right. So they've not
for them
changed.
to go to the world relays.
Right. So my thing is, at some point in time, I think we need to take these events seriously. Jamaicans, the problem that we are facing now is some of the best coaches, some of the best sprint coaches in the world are Jamaican. And so we have a sort of competition at playing chess because I believe, other than the American team, the Jamaican team is probably the hardest team to make for Olympics. And making the team for a global championships is what keeps the light running, is what pays the bills in some of these clubs. And so they are going to prioritize getting their individual athletes on that plane to the Olympics or to the World Championships if it's a World Championship year, because these are the things that get them big contracts, etc. These are the things that get the bills paid so they can continue to do what they're doing. However, at some point, national pride must kick in. I wasn't happy with what I saw. I am not saying we should have sent Sharika, Elaine, Shelley, whatever the case may be, but we should have represented ourselves better, especially knowing what was at stake. I didn't expect us to medal any at all, but I also didn't expect us to use two tries to qualify for all the sprint relays, barring one, which we didn't qualify for automatically, and we have to run that time by June 30. I am okay with the likes of USA, Great Britain, etc., beating us with a stronger team because they have a lot of depth. But when it comes down to the other countries, I definitely can't accept losing to those other countries in sprinting. So I think we need to pay more attention. The J3s need to pay more attention to who they send to these events because our reputation is on the line. And at the end of the day, I don't believe in just participating. I want to win.
I have something to say. I'm just curious because I'm just wondering if Jamaicans are looking at the landscape of just track and field in general and realizing that the rest of the world is actually getting better.
Oh, they are getting past us. Track and field is evolving, and we are left
So
behind.
I'm just curious as to why we're sitting here thinking that with I don't even know what to rate the team that we sent in the 4x1, but let's say C team, right? That we're better than everybody else that's not Great Britain and um US.
USA.
No, don't get me wrong. Personally, I believe that they could perform at a certain level, but I'm saying I think we need to stop thinking that we're just automatically better than these people because the reality is that these people are getting better. They are better, and the performance that they put down on the track is showing that they're getting better. Yes, they may not have the individual leg speed that we do, but they are getting better, and I think that we need to stop thinking that we're just automatically better than everybody else. You know what I mean? Nothing is not Nagosa anymore. We're not automatically better than anybody else, and I think that's part of the reason why we're having such an issue. Even when the big three run, we automatically think that just because they're on the track, they're going to win. I've been thinking this for years. Jamaica could break the world record, and I'm watching teams that
Mhm.
are much slower than us not only defeat us but being able to break a world record. I couldn't believe watching London 2012. I was like, how did that team even break this world record? You know what I mean? And I'm watching Jamaica with legs up that are much faster. Four people at that are 10-7, and they can't even do it. Or maybe a 3-10-7s and a 10-8, and then they come nowhere close, time and time and time again. And now we're at this point where it's not only the USA, it's everybody now. And we're sitting there thinking, oh, we're still better. We're not better at this particular point in time, which is why I'm saying do away with all this nonsense of sitting down and waiting on people, right, to be available and go train one set of athletes day in day. Well, I don't want to say day in day out, but kind of, you know what? If it's not broken, don't fix it. So we can follow suit with what we see USA doing. We have so many development meets going on here in Jamaica. Just string some relay people, every now and again at these development meets and let them do something. Let them get some practice in because best believe we may not beat America, which is what we're not doing anyway, but we can very well beat a Great Britain. So if that's still the same silver, what's the difference? It's still the same silver. So what's the difference?
So the problem with that, T, is say we train six athletes or six females, sorry, to do relays, right? Um, when it comes to making the team, none of the six make the team. What's gonna happen? And then I don't think anybody in the J3s, I don't think anybody in the J3 can call MVP and say, hey, send Sharika to a relay camp. They cannot call Elite and tell, say,
And if
Walcott,
they can't
send
do it as a
Elaine
governing
and
body,
Kelly
if they can't do
Why?
it,
to a
they're
Why
camp.
they
not doing
can't?
their job.
They can't do it.
They do
If
it,
they can't,
but
they're not doing their job. So my point is, if you cannot, as an organization, stipulate a something to say, okay, from this day going forward, this is what we're going to do for Team Jamaica. We're going to have a structure and we're going to work with it. If you cannot do that as a governing body, then you serve no purpose. First and foremost, you don't serve
Thank you
no
very much.
purpose.
but but right
No
now,
What do
purpose.
you
And
say?
the
right
thing
now,
about it,
T,
these
they
individual
don't serve any
athletes are
purpose, you
training
know.
with their own club. They're training with their own club and getting prepared on their own. So they're already bringing themselves to the Olympic Games and the World Games because it's them doing everything themselves. So what is the J3's purpose? What them they for? If them
They
can't do nothing like
they
that.
have no purpose right now because, as me tell Casey Graham earlier, what we are hoping for and requesting and desire for them to do, it will not happen until the place shake up. It not gonna happen.
It's not going to
It's a
happen.
it's a it's a it's an old boys club. As KC Graham, as a KC man, as tell we, you know, a KC man, they run the place over there, you know. I want to know KC strength in numbers go. You can't shake the place, they can't shake up. So when me I say, what we want to happen is ideal. But them people are now see through the same lens where we are see through. And that's what, remember say USA over the years, take the beating, you know, take the jeering and take the flock and all of these things. And then say, all right, see, Bolt gone out there now. Here we are going to do now. We are going to run in now. Seeing? And we are going to implement all of these things. Because then now Bolt for strengthen them again for run past, we know. So here we are going to do. Them kind of dip on a little decline, you know. So what we are going to do, we are going to run in, set up a structure, do a relay thing, and click them wing. And at that then do, the man then go 3.3 in a relay. Down at Bahamas. Hey man then does a clean up relay. Boom, 4.4.
And they were unfortunate in the fifth one, you know. They
Yeah.
got disqualified. I
And
know
they
that
were having the
Botswana, they
next
would have beaten
one.
Botswana in that final.
We are joke. We need to, hey, right now, a Rento swing or a Hamzo swing because it not happen. We need to sort out the thing. You can't have a federation I tell people to come and them and say, look what Glenn Mills said. In give himself, you know. Glenn Mills said when they call him never know said there was a qualification. He got no notification. So
Something
apparently
really
that's why I
got
never send the
You
athlete.
sure about that?
when I heard that, I
When did
could
he say
hardly
that? You
believe
sure?
it. It really got so.
Well, I see me see it, you know. Them saying come on radio and say it, you know.
Zarnel, he was reached, not true,
And
and a
Zanel
qualified
use reach.
because he has national pride. As a matter of fact, Great Britain demanded him to go there. Let me tell you something about Bahamas. Bahamas
Joke thing them a
demanded
deal with.
Anthony Strong to go there. She never want go, according to coach's instruction. But she sit down on what did they call it again? The interview there, the press conference, and she said they demanded her to go. They forced her to go from all the way in Jamaica
Who that?
training to make sure
Who
she
is
should
that
go
team?
down
Who
to
is that
Bahamas.
team?
Yes,
Strong.
so.
Anthony
And she never
Strong.
Strong.
eventually,
Oh,
run now. Me hear them a give excuse say she pick up niggle. But in the back of my mind, me I said that sound like a proper little excuse for no go run. Right? But I am saying that these federations know how to get their athletes there. You not have no choice, turn up. After you turn up, then you can fake it, you know, and say, oh, I'm injured here, there, and everywhere. You understand what I'm trying to say? But why is it that Jamaica's federation cannot do anything?
Jelly box.
I thought it was
no comment.
I thought it was striking seeing Noah Lyles, a man who's been traduced and insulted for various reasons. This man's ability is undeniable. His attitude and love for the sport, though, is not recognized enough in some circles. That brother is
In
looking
something?
for gold. He's looking for gold in Paris. He's looking to win every race that he competes in. He's extremely competitive.
Rich Pooh,
but he's also
hold on there,
magnanimous. He's
Rich
also
Pooh.
magnanimous. And he
Rich
wears the
Pooh.
jersey with pride.
Rich Pooh. Me not like the argument where you say we insult. Nobody no insult
Yeah,
no
he
lives.
insulted. When was
Then
he
just
insulted?
banter no lives because of the things that he said. We know no go there so. Seeing? Because
Yeah.
I hear athlete, nobody go there so. You know what
Yeah,
I
don't
was
like that.
impressed? I was impressed with Gabriel Thomas.
Yeah,
She
man.
run a 4x1 final
Work.
and go run the 4x4. We talked about this earlier, but me have to rehash it. Why? Because me love for we athlete them, but me can't take the pre-modern thing. And if you're not ready, you're just not ready for true. Me not have no problem with that. But every time so, from the first few years of world relays, you know, we no see back no strong unit go world relays, you know. When it in its glory, you know. A joke thing, man.
I know Prima Dan.
Yeah, man, I them vibes that go on. Me no like it, man. Me no like it. And the athletes, them are going to get in their feelings because we are give off our something there. Yeah, man. The athletes, them are going to get in their feelings because we are talk as fans. The fans, them have a voice too. We support, you know. Even though some of the people are not going to support, you know. Even Saturday when the meet are going, enough of them not going to support. But the fans, them have a voice, them opinions too. You don't have to listen. You don't have to agree. It's still opinion. Right? But me not like where I go on, man. Anyways, we're the on that topic too long. KC Graham, what do you think about Sherika opener? 10 or 11 or?
To be honest, you know, I didn't know about it. I just heard. But you know, I wasn't here. You know, if 11:02?
11:03, positive 1.8 meters per second.
That's a good opener. I would say that's a good opener. You look at people were saying that she was injured. She don't man is I'm happy to know that she came out and look and she ran and no injury concern. So it set the tone going into the rest of the season. So that's a good take.
All right. Anybody else have anything? Rich Pooh or Fabian, you have anything to say on that opener there?
I liked what I saw from Sherika. It looks solid, looks strong. Good to see her out. Just like all the athletes, if they're in shape and they're fit and healthy to train to their potential, that's the number one thing. We want to see the best athletes. We want to see all the athletes turning up for the trials and, of course, turning up for the individual events in the Diamond League and these other track meets leading up to Paris. So it was great to see her out, healthy, running. I've also had to go and check out some footage of that 100 meters final in Budapest and a couple of the Diamond League meetings leading up to that 100 meters. Sha'Carri Richardson, if she is fit, she is going to be bringing the ruckus. We know Shelly Ann's going to be bringing the ruckus. Elaine Thompson will be bringing the ruckus if fit. So Sherika, though looking strong, she's going to have her work cut out, and I don't make her the favorite right about now. It's early days, but that's going to be a hot 100 meters. Sherika, she will have memories of that Sha'Carri Richardson 100 meters run, though. That woman, like Tebogo, talent.
Yeah, that is that. Weekend, KC Graham, we are gonna have one of the top mammoth meet at the season. I can't believe them pull off this big meet.
Yes, I was shocked.
Talk about that.
Wow. This is what do you call it? It's an appetizer for what to come.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Watt said, I was listening to a program last night. I was on the program too. And he said that not even the Diamond League, the fella feel like that. When you look at the cast out there, this is something to behold with an Olympic year. The fans, I hope the fans in Jamaica go and support this. Those who are not going to the Olympic game, they get a pre-Olympic meet here. When you look at the name, you look at Noel Lives, you look at Coleman, you look at the female side, you look at upcoming young lady from St. Lucia. You look
Julian.
on Julian Alfred. Look at the hurdler, Toby Amason in the hurdles, Daniel Williams, the world champion. And when you look at Ansel Parchment, it's gonna be something special, and we're gonna see some special time, and the fans should accept this gleefully and go to the stadium. This is their Olympics because the world best will be on show on Saturday.
Who you think is poised to do something special at this meet? You
No way
think
lie. No way lie.
you want to believe that Julian Alfred has some unfinished business to do at this venue? Because when she was
Yeah, but
attending St. Catherine High School, Kevona Davis
yeah,
used to hit her left, right, and center,
true, true. Yeah,
And now she
but
has
she will not come up
progressed to.
against a strong.
Go ahead.
She will not come up against a strong field here. So there's no Elaine, there's no Brenna Liston, there's no Shelley, there's no Sharika. So, she may win on a canter, but I would have preferred to see her having some great competitors for her to compete with, to push her.
All right. So, in terms of Julian Alfred, it is said that she can upset the apple cart at the Olympics as well. Kick over a card, clean, and take up 2 apple, probably get a silver or a bronze medal, or even win. Your thoughts on that?
No. She's the future. I don't see Julian Alfred beating people like any of the Jamaicans, the top Jamaicans. Plus, you have the defending champion from world champion Shakari. She's gonna do well, I don't see her amongst the medals. She won at the world indoor, yes, but this is not 60 meters, this is 100 meters. And with the quality of people in the field, I don't expect her to medal. She could be in the final. I wouldn't say she will. She could be in the final, but to medal, it's gonna be a hard task for her. And the field is this field is a quality field. Any 3 Jamaicans who line up in that field along with Shakari Richardson, it's gonna be hard for she to really come and upstage any of these.
Okay. Any other people on the panel want to share anything about that athlete Julian Alfred in this meet coming up? And just a correction, mine Fred, me know Fred I got upset with you, Casey. Because you mentioned say him go there meet and you talk about Noah Lyles.
Fred Curley. Oh, Fred Curley.
You know say Fred I go have problems with that. Because Fred and Noah no plan can, Then come like Kane and Abel.
Okay, I think I will go. I go and say at this stage, I think the world champion will prevail.
Who that?
It's a nice feeling, We look on Fred Curley. You look on
Christian,
wow.
Zanel.
Christian Coleman.
Zanel Hughes.
This is Zanel Hughes. This is an Olympic lineup, man. Olympic,
Mm-hmm.
This is what is to come in Olympic Games a couple months from now.
I remember Talu go there, Talu a parade around Jamaica, like Talu get to, then Lego one.
You know what I'm excited about being here? Dina Asher.
Dina.
She loves Jamaica, and I know she will revel in the condition. But I would say I think now she has changed coaches, and she looks good. I saw her relay leg recently, and she looks awesome. So let's see what she can do on Saturday.
Okay, Fabian or Rich Poe.
Hey, I mean, Casey Graham basically had a good promotion of the Diamond League for Saturday. Some big names. Him get one thing wrong though. I think Christian Coleman might spoil the party. Noah, a lot of Jamaicans have adopted Noah to be half Jamaican, so he'll be running on home side. So let's see if he will put on a show for the Jamaicans. We know that him and Fred Curley don't get along. One thing for sure, Fred will be aiming to beat Noah. I don't think he has enough to beat Noah right now. But I think...
Remember Fred about saying he want to go back at 400, so he'll probably give up.
I've been saying this years ago that Fred need to go back up to the 400. So I think Fred and Noel will focus on themselves, and Christian might steal it for that race, for the female race. For the male race, I really want to see what Zarnell Hughes is up to. That is, I want to see how he's getting on
Want
with
to
his
start this out?
program. For the 100 for the females, I know you mentioned Julian Alfred, but based on what I saw from Talu at World Relays, those anchors closing like a freight train. I'm excited to see what Talu has in store for us. So pretty
To
much
start this out?
that's it for me.
No, I'm not running at the invitational.
Oh, or not invitational.
No, it's racers. You know, Mr. Fred, I go vex with KC guy. I must say, no, I go run there and not mention him.
Oh my word, my bad people. My
Hello,
bad.
is
So now
everybody
we're
hearing me?
hiding from Fred.
Yeah, T, we're here.
May I ask if the start list start out?
No, we just I work with the names and what we get.
So
So how we
Abistana
can
is
say
coming,
who gonna win
right?
when we don't know who gonna run which race?
Yeah, but the top people are known in the events that we are talking about.
But
Mr.
why
Watt
you
gave
choose
us
to
a
run
little
the
thing
two and
last
not the
night
one?
and another station.
Huh?
Mr. Watt, he gave out some names of the people who competing on another station, RFM, last night.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we have a listing as some of the people that are
I know
compete
who's
to.
gonna be there, but I'm just wondering if we know which event they're running, like 200 versus 100 and so forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, Talu and Julian are going to run the 100. I believe so, yeah? And Coleman,
I believe.
Coleman,
And
Fred
Light.
and Zarnell are going to run the 100. Yeah, but yeah, man, the event that them are run. So we are talking about the event now what we know about. Plus we know the 400 hurdles list. We can talk about the list there too.
Is Roshan Clark competing?
I'm not sure. I doubt it.
Okay.
Because I'm probably going to go the
Oh.
Adidas meet. Adidas people, them are going racers, you know.
Our racers.
And the
Okay.
Puma
They have
people, them are come at the invitational.
Races is a
Well, I
month
think,
away.
yeah, right. So they could be,
So
could
I
have
don't.
been at this
I,
meet
I know some
also.
races people are gonna be there. I don't think it's everybody. I'm sure I saw some races people on the lineup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
On their page.
Whoever turns up for I'm looking forward to seeing competitive racing. Alfred, in my opinion, I love the greatest thing about her is a competitive spirit. I'm not the best. I'm not her style of running is not my favorite, but she's very powerful. She's got a great attitude and she's got a never say die attitude. So one thing you'll be assured of it that she's going to be competitive, and when she wins, loses, first, second, third, she will be gearing up to reach the Olympics with the best chance of trying to win, of course, and trying to make sure she gets onto the podium. But it's going to be a mighty challenge. The thing about Coleman, Christian Coleman, I'm tempted to say maybe we've seen his prime. Sometimes he reminds me in some ways of an Asafa Powell. Asafa Powell, the thing about Asafa, a bag of sub-10 clockings, wonderful speed. But Coleman, sometimes he looks like his stamina. He's a wonderful 60-meter exponent, but the 100, sometimes we've not seen him run through the line with pace and power, and sometimes he's been caught dying as he's come towards the line. So going forward, I don't know if he's going to be, he's going to have to really improve on where he's been in order to take out a Noah Lyles come the Paris Olympics. And of course, you've got those tough US trials. So it'll be very interesting. Christian Coleman's an interesting character. Zarnell Hughes will be hungry if he builds upon the form that he showed last year when he was at arguably his best that we've ever seen him. He will be a factor in trying to get onto the podium. It's going to be a hot, competitive 100 meters. I don't think any world records will be threatened come Paris, let alone these races beforehand. But that's my thought. Fred Curley, I think we've seen the best of him
What's
at the
Rich gonna be
sprints. I
there?
think he needs to go to the 4, myself as well.
Okay.
What's is gonna be there, and also Boashi and Kumi. So those are the racers people that I see so far that will be there. So racers is gonna be there. That's not
Watson.
everybody. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
man.
not
Yeah,
as
what
severe
man
racers,
from
but
earlier.
racers people are going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I just saw a post where Watson was saying that he's going. I am happy that he's running because I've started to be concerned about him. So maybe the races, he lose races to get himself sharp. As it relates to Richard talking about Coleman, again, we can't use the past to judge athletes. Coleman has worked on his top end and has worked on his finish.
Mm-hmm.
So he has worked
Yeah.
considerably on his finish. Normally, he used to run to 60 and then pray that the wheels don't fall off. It's a completely different Coleman this season. This season, Coleman is running right through the tape, from gun to tape. So it's not a case where they're going to close on him and he's going to fail. All right, so we can't rule out Coleman to say, oh, he's going to get a good start and then the wheels are going to fall off. He has spoken about that and he has worked on that this season. I think the race that he won a few weeks ago, he didn't lead from the front. He had to work
True.
hard and run from behind and run through the
Yeah.
people and win that race. Which is
Yeah,
a
but
That's true.
Simbini run past him, you know. Remember that one there too?
yes,
Don't talk about one and not mention the other one.
yes, but
Quite so.
it's a case where when Simbini ran past him, it wasn't by a big gap, or he wasn't decelerating at the pace he normally does.
Fabian, this is my point. This is my point, Fabian. Interesting. That's why I said it's interesting. Christian Coleman. Have we seen his best? It's arguable. The thing is, I think that if he could combine the starts that he used to have and that he's traditionally known for, and bring in the pace and power of a Usain Bolt or Noah Lyles, where he's accelerating or seemingly looking to accelerate or decrease at a slower rate than others, that would mean you've got a dangerous Christian Coleman. I think a prime Christian Coleman, if he could put 100 meters race together, which I think might mean he might have to do some more 200 meters running, I think, would be, I'd put him down as a favorite for the 100 meters. He would be a sensational 100 meters runner. As it is, he's still got some areas of the 100 to work on, in my opinion.
A favorite at Olympics?
Yes, a prime Christian Coleman, but we're not seeing a prime at the moment. A prime that a Simbini would not be chasing him down. It wouldn't happen. That's where I'm coming from. It's going to be a competitive 100 meters.
Richard, honestly, I don't want to jump the gun because I see that US trials, a lot of people will be crying. Some big names will be left out. I'm not saying anything about that US team until after their trials.
It's going to
No,
be
but
hot. If Lindsay a bag of them.
huh?
Bromel.
I mean, I can't fault Fabian. It's gonna be tough to beat that team, and not tough because they're so fast, but they're so close together.
Yeah,
It's
the
hardly any,
bunch.
and it's all about executing on the day. And what I've been seeing so far, I ain't gonna lie. If you're not mentally tough, and the only one that's really mentally tough is Noah. But if you don't have that mental game down, you're going to stand a chance of losing out. I've seen Fred near swimming, since the season starts, and I'm wondering, okay, what's going on with Fred? And I'm talking about outdoor season. You know what I mean? Christian Coleman still, has his start to work on. I think he's in a better position than Fred Curley. You know what I mean? But there are also the young ones that are, gunning, for a spot as well. And we've seen, a few young ones that, freshly pro that look like they may come in and sneak, somebody, and that's very, popular in America. We always see collegiates come in and sneak people. So I don't know, it's looking pretty tough right now because I can't really see any separation. Everybody's just, right around that 10-second barrier right now. Nobody really not do nothing for me see nothing special.
No,
Well,
but
we want to see it special right about now. It's the trials, and then come the Olympics. It's about muscle memory. mental
Sure,
memory and physical wise. That's why I
based
think
on
the
say,
experienced guys
okay,
have the
yeah, this
advantage.
person looks like they may get there and this person may not, which is what we were doing with our Jamaican team earlier to say, okay, we may call Seville, we may call Akeem or somebody else to say these athletes look like the athletes that may make it because we can see some separation. Right now they're not at their best, but you can see indications of things that separate them from everybody else. I'm saying based on what's happening with the American team, you're not seeing anybody separating from anybody else in any kind of way, shape, or form.
Yeah, on the men's side, I think the women's side on the collegiate side, I think you might have a collegiate probably breaking in and upsetting the apple cart again and squeezing a spot. Um, it is tightly bunched on the female. We have not seen a real separation as well over on the female side. So or it might take us mid-June to start see who is really here to party or
Yeah,
who is really here to
the season is young.
yeah,
Yeah.
who is really here to just go to the door of the car and wait and all of these things. So let's
Kick
see
on the
who
door.
is gone. But I think you're right, T. They are closely bunched on the male and the female side. I think if anybody's gonna break through a young person, it is more on the female side where that is concerned. But it is going to be an amazing trials for both Jamaica and US. And again, most times, if give us a little history on that, Casey. When we have Olympic year, do we always have or normally have a new athlete coming to the fore? Shelly came to the fore in '08. Tell us if there's has been that trend going throughout Olympic
Yeah, and I think
trials.
I'm looking forward to Brenna Liston.
Oh,
She, yeah, she could be the one this year who will come to the fore. 'Cause every Olympic, you'll find one. Remember, VCB
mm-hmm.
came, and so I think she will be the one to come to the fore. And as I said earlier, I won't be surprised if she comes in the top three. So I think she's the one to watch coming up. She will be the rising star.
On the US side, or you look over there and
On the
see.
US side now, wow, there's a young lady, I forgot her name, from a college. She was kicking on the door earlier. But as I said, these US athletes, they run real fast and they run every week. I think she goes to Tennessee or something like that. T can remind me. She ran
Jesha
I think it's
shares.
at Texas really. Huh?
Jesha
Seriously,
shares.
talk.
Yeah, Jesha
Right,
shares.
right, right. I don't know if she can maintain that because with running regularly, they get excited, run every week, running real individual event and relay. Let's see because she could be the one, based on performance at this moment. I think she could be the one if she maintain that same form going into the trial. If she not overwork, she could be the one. But outside of that,
I don't know.
I see
I
the
saw some people that are Americans saying that it was probably where she ran, because Americans have a tendency to play favoritism as well, like how Jamaicans will play
yeah,
favoritism and think that, oh, because your name who your name, you can't be beaten, right? So they're
yeah.
trying to probably find excuses to say where she ran and so forth. So let's see as the season progresses. I'm not gonna lie, if you clocked this from earlier, I would not have said I would see her running so fast because just how she runs technically to me isn't the best
Mm-hmm.
with how she executes, but she's one of those people that they just keep driving and driving and driving. There's like no let up. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yes,
let's see. Let us see if she'll be able to get that type of execution again, regardless of wherever the championships will be held. I'm interested. You know what?
right.
I think we'll probably see more of an indication this weekend at the conference finals. I want to see what happens at these conference finals to see what's up really. Because we haven't seen her since then. I don't think, right? So I'm interested to see what happens there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Krumi will also be running at the races. We said that before. We're gonna be
Yeah.
having a three-peat. Answer versus Roberts. 2 time
I
in the
don't think.
Diamond League and then this big
Oh,
one. And I
I
think
don't think Ansel is ready yet. He was competing, but I think Ansel
I don't think
We're
he
not gonna see best
wins.
from
I think
Ansu
he's going into
as
10
yet
1 yeah.
until he come
12 1, sorry. No,
right.
12 or 13.
He's
13 1.
12,
13.
13-1. 13-1. 13-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he.
you don't
Okay,
think
go
he's...
on.
No, man, go ahead. I was
I don't
thought
think
to
he.
finish.
Yeah.
I wanted to
I
ask you
don't
a
think we're gonna see
question.
best from Ansu yet until our trials. He's smart, So I think he's buying his time well, and don't want to peak early. You're gonna peak at the right time. I think he's working on his technique and his start and so because he still has a terrible start. We saw him the last time. I think he's using this period to work
Yeah.
on his starts.
But coach, is there any relation to his training setup right now in terms of what he has to do, where his coach is? Is that a hindrance to what he has to face, or that won't affect a parchment?
No, it don't affect him. Parchment is experienced, He's a veteran, It doesn't matter where your coach are,
Mm.
You have people who guide the program.
Mm-hmm.
So, technology is everything now. You can, So I don't think that will affect him.
Okay. All right. Also, we have a repeat at the World Championship matchup. Watson Hudson.
Hudson, Hudson,
Hudson Smith.
Hudson Smith.
Mm.
I'm not heard much of him this season. So I said some people are biding their time. Nobody want to show up as yet. People are waiting until it gets later down in the season. So everybody's taking it easy this time around, playing smart.
I want
Nobody
you
want to show.
I want you to also tell the audience about why some of these athletes tend to want to open their season a little bit later, because some of the fans are really eager to see some of their athletes rolling out like red carpet. Tell them what is the main purpose and reason why some of these athletes delay their opener.
Okay, the main reason is to peak for your national championship. And so because you have to make that team before you make the Olympic team. And when you look, for example, in the USA and Jamaica, they have their national championship is like a world championship or like a Olympics. You have to make it first before you go there. So I think everybody is cautious now. They want to ensure you don't want to put yourself under any real pressure now. So you want to knock it at the right time. So I think people are waiting. Possible it's what now? It's May now. It's May.
Mm-hmm.
Later down in the month, we're gonna see these athletes coming to the fore more.
Okay. Anybody else want to mention anything about those matchups? Parchment, Roberts and Watson. Before we Casey, Watson 46 7 last weekend. Wait, what is he in trouble because Fabian believe that he's in a spot about that,
I didn't see the race, so it's hard for me to make any assessment. I'll have to see the race before I can, looking at results alone cannot help you to make an assessment.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to see. I don't know what he was possible he's working on something. His coach might say, okay, work on the first 200 and then shut it down, or work on the first 150 or something like that. I don't know. I didn't see the race. I will have to see the race for me to make an assessment. So sometimes when you go and run this time, the coaches are satisfied because you achieve what I wanted you to achieve in the first 300 or the first 250.
Yeah.
So maybe it was running off coach's instruction. So
yes.
We don't know.
Sometimes execution coach is looking at as well, how they execute the instruction given, whether it is at a 200 they want to see how they run that, a 300 or a
Right.
under 100, the split thing that they do.
2 sections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it is somewhat, sometimes those are some of the stuff that they do. But sometimes the fans don't really understand and them really curse and don't know say yo, coaches
Yeah. And
really
they want to see
have
them
a
run fast
different
every
thing.
time.
Yeah, exactly. So
Mm.
yeah, want
As
to
a coach, you have to be strategic, You
exactly.
can't just go there and run fast. There's certain thing you look out for. This week we work on first part of the race.
Mm-hmm.
Next week we work on the mid part of the race. The other week you try and bring a little overall thing. So it takes step by step. It's a process. So you can't come and run week, come fast every week. You have to take it step by step.
Yeah man, definitely. Fabian, TR Rich Pro. Any comment on that one?
I think I'm glad he's getting the races in though, because he opened up right over the weekend. We saw the 46 yeah. He runs this weekend again, and then he'll be running again at the Racers Grand Prix, my assumption, right? So he'll be getting a lot of races in from here on now to ensure that he's ready for the trials. Let's see just how he progresses week by week. I don't really like to use the first one to say, oh, create a hullabaloo over it kind of thing. Just like how we saw a few other athletes open their season and kind of dash for the time them because I know so something right this, so you know what I mean. So I'm not necessarily going to
Yeah,
say,
it's not
other
his
words.
season go up
You
now.
know,
This is, I
see
think
what
this
he
is
does
like
at
his
the
second
end of
or
the
third
day.
race.
Hmm?
Remember Rushan
Yeah, because
Clark
you run
beat.
Outdoors.
early
No,
in the
no, no.
season.
Outdoors. I
Yeah.
don't count those ones for outdoors.
Remember Rushan Clark beat him already.
Yeah, they
Rushan
run,
Clark beat
yeah.
him at
Was it
the
the outdoor
early
season,
season.
or
Rushan
was that
Clark
Yeah,
in the
beat him
indoor
early
season?
season.
No man, outdoor at the stadium,
outdoor.
Not
man.
outdoor at National Stadium.
Velocity
No,
Fest,
I
I think.
know. You not understand
Yeah, at
what I'm
National
asking.
Stadium.
I'm saying,
Rushan
was it
Clark beat him.
during what we consider outdoor season, or was it
Yeah,
indoor season?
it was.
That's
It
what my,
was.
that's my
We don't
question.
have an indoor in
We
Jamaica
don't have
yet.
an indoor season
I
in
know
Jamaica,
we
you know,
In
don't.
so
Jamaica.
I
Everything's
know we don't.
outdoor.
That's not what I'm asking, guys. Just answer the question from an indoor slash outdoor perspective. When did these races happen?
it is still outdoor for them.
It's still outdoor
I
for
don't
them. There's
So
no
understand.
indoor in Jamaica. I don't understand. It's outdoor. Jamaica don't we do not run indoor in Jamaica. So every
No, I
time you go
know
out
we
there and
don't
run,
run
it's a
indoor. I
outdoor.
know we don't run indoor. So let me give you an example why I'm asking that. So like
Yeah.
how during what is typical the American and European indoor season, you see Jamaicans tend to run a lot of 60s and so forth to kind of match that kind of pace. You know what I mean? And focus on those type of key areas. So I'm saying when we see Jamaicans running, during that type of season, during that season as well, they're kind of focusing on certain things as well, and not necessarily
mm-hmm.
how you focus on it when you get outdoors. Outdoors, that's what I'm saying. So even
Okay.
though I know it is outdoors, I'm saying the targets at that particular time in the season will be different from when you get outdoors. Outdoors, if you're looking at it from an
Mm,
American, European
I like
perspective,
that.
and
Outdoor,
that's all
outdoor.
I'm saying.
All right. So
P, you're a good lawyer.
yeah, my thoughts on Antonio Watson. I did mention that he might be in trouble, and the reason for me saying that was not necessarily because he ran a slower time in his season opener. It's simply because when I'm looking around the world and I see what other athletes are opening their season with, and then to see the 400-meter hurdler run past him, or not run past him, lead him from gun to tape, and he didn't look like himself. I didn't see the
You mean
race
when?
last week.
In that first race, Fabian,
No, you can't use that
Yeah,
first race to
so
say
no.
that was too
To be
early
fair,
Let me
to
Rashawn
make
is
an
let me
just as
assessment
finish.
like that.
equally as
Let me
talented, so
finish
I'm not
now.
sure I follow.
Let me finish. So in
I
yeah.
that
understand that one.
race, all right. So in that first race, some red flags were raised from me based on how he looked in. I didn't like how he looked in that race.
Mm.
Fast forward a few weeks, last week I didn't see the race. I just saw the time. I cannot use the time to judge. Now this week he's added to the invitational lineup, and he's running that race as Grand Prix. Now that tells me one of
Mm-hmm.
two things.
Okay.
It is either they're tinkering with our race strategy, working on different parts of the race, or they're trying to use races to get him ready. So again, that raises another red flag for me. Is it a case where he's
Okay.
really behind and struggling while they are entering him in so many races? Think about it. When
Oh.
you normally enter an athlete them in so much race, back to back weekends, he must be short on something or working on something. So again, it can be that is my line of thinking that he might not be. Really, because I think he should be
Okay.
running
Well, hold
fast.
on, Fabian. So last season, Antonio never run back-to-back weekends the Jamaican meets them.
Yes, he did back to back. But last
Ye-
season he didn't
And much more too.
enter the season as the world champion.
Yeah, so it could be same strategy last year, run more 200. But this
Mm-hmm.
year now he's focusing on the 400. So he want more of the
Right.
400
Good.
to get the whole race. I
And
agree with that part. The
yeah.
race strategy in, but it
Mm-hmm.
can't
Right.
be only because he is behind or what.
But
it's
everybody
just.
runs races to get
It,
sharp
it,
anyway, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
really
it's
understand.
one of two
Yeah.
things. I just know that in order to win this year, he needs to go sub 44. He will have to go sub 44 in order to win.
Right. From me personally, watching Rashawn defeat him isn't a red flag for me. Why? Because,
Mm-mm.
all right, how Rashawn was trending last year. If his target or his focus wasn't the hurdles, for me, he would have gone sub 45 last year. I'm not asking no question, and definitely run sub 45 because
Me
he's just
agree
as
with that
talented on the floor,
100%.
just as
Who that
talented as he is
Rashawn,
Roshan?
over the
yeah.
hurdles.
Roshan, okay.
So my point is watching somebody that is just as talented or maybe even more talented since he's younger, defeat you doesn't necessarily mean it's a red flag. You know what I mean? Rashawn is just awesome, you know what I mean, or just super talented, you know what I mean?
He
So
is.
I don't necessarily think that's a red flag just yet. Again, as I said, though, let's see how these races go as these races come on. He has the first one out of the bag. Let's see the second one coming up and see what it looks like.
But Roshan's a real talent. So you can't use Roshan to say, boy,
Yeah.
because Roshan beat him. This is a man who come fourth in the world, in the four hurdles.
Plus
The
when
man
you
beat something from big calc.
Plus, when you look
So
on the
Roshan can't
400,
win.
the 400 man would have considered a stronger man than him. So when Roshan go out, that is real strategy. Only know say Antonio always a slope. Then him try to finish and I'm strong, which is what he could not catch Roshan because Roshan just go for one scrape as a four
Mm-hmm.
hurdler. So him now go with no strategy in that race. And because he know what Watson has to bring in the final stretch of the race, he just go out and no ease up either. So me wouldn't
You just
say
kept
more use
you
that
know,
and say for real say yo
as a
because
red flag. No.
yeah no
This is one time I am praying and hoping that I am wrong.
normally Fabian hold on to him point them instead of that so
I am
You're right,
praying
Yes.
and
Fabian. You're wrong
hoping that
regular,
I'm
so it's
wrong.
And
all
that's why
right.
Fabian,
I am
and that's why
praying and hoping
Lindsay,
that I am wrong because
Fabian,
Antonio is an athlete that I have a lot of respect for. I've been watching
same
Antonio from
like
high school
same
days.
like Julian Fort, eh?
I am.
Same like
mm-hmm.
Julian Fort.
That's a completely different conversation. That's a completely different argument. I just want Antonio. In order for him to win, though, I think he will have to go sub 44. Worse, now that Stevie G is back.
But not only him is back, Michael Norman is back. He opened up with a 44 too. We see the
Mm-hmm.
Botswanans doing their thing as well. So
Mm-hmm.
depends on
Yeah,
who comes
that's
up.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Running 259,
But you know say the
259.
Botswana team uno look on it still the Botswana team the person they ever run early and then
But remember, they got disqualified last year, at
The
World
season,
Relay,
their
no me
season is
not talk the
Rugby
relay
team.
remember say one
No?
their season
Botswana
is
youth have a
different
fast opener as a world lead 43 something and then you
Yes.
know see him nowhere.
because
Again.
their season is different. Remember, so them already do African championships and them try all of them something they gone from way up
Long
in the, it's
time.
like the Australians. Their season is like when you
Yes.
look at the Australians where they come out running super fast because of how their season is structured.
To be honest,
You know which team I was
my
disappointed in?
season,
Menzi?
Mm-hmm.
The Bahrain team. Which they have a Salwa and a Kemi, a
Oh
driver.
yeah yeah
And they
yeah.
struggle. They struggle. And they came here on one relay, the mixed relay. And that's the best of Bahrain. And that relay team will not go to World Championship. When you have Kemi is back after 4 years. Last year she came, she run well. And also Sarwa is back after 2 years, running 49 and 48. And now they not making it. I was very disappointed. Same like Jamaica. I was disappointed, and I have, because I know, because, I work with Salwa for 14 weeks and came in them. So I was really disappointed. I know what they can do.
All right. So before we move on, more read a super chat. A long time up, you know. Rico too, big up yourself on that super chat. CD, you see Shelly and Elaine training video. You shouldn't even ask me that. But respect for the super chat. But I must have to see them. And the two of them look. Jesus, please. Me never want to comment on that yet.
Left that, me have a comment for that, you know.
Me I go drop a video tomorrow where I go talk about the battle. You see me? Battle of the coaches. Look out for that one tomorrow. You understand? Stephen the Genius will go up against him Prodigy. I'm not going to see that one there. Alright, so people, we have a next thing to talk about. The next race we are going there, the Jamaica Invitational, which I believe is a very good field. The 400-meter hurdles. Very good field. We have
Master? Master is?
No man, the women one.
Oh, the women. Oh.
You have the 4 Jamaicans and what? 4 US athletes. You have Russell,
yeah.
bronze medalist from the last Olympic, Rochelle, Cheyenne Salmon, Anjanette Knight, you have Mohammed, you have Little. What other girl her name again? What her name? Her name now click to me. Them 2 girl her name now click to me. But I think this is going to be a very good what you call it, 400-meter hurdle run. And I think it's Anjanette's first one. I think, is it Rochelle's first one? Yeah, most of them are them first 4 hurdle.
I think Mohammed is passing her best now. I don't expect much from Mohammed this year. She's not young anymore. I think people like Lickle will do better than
Shamir.
Mohammed. Shamir Lickle. She runs good 400 meter. I know Anjanette is knocking on the door. So we expect good thing from her this year. And Rochelle is smart. She will wait until the right time to run her big race. So it's exciting. It's like Jamaica now. Somebody want to say, you know what, I want to send a strong message. But don't be surprised if Rochelle is very smart. She will run good when it matters most. That's my say. That's my say on it.
Anna Cockrell is a good one too, you know. She on the cusp of doing great things too. Even though she's a US athlete, you know me have to talk truth. But Anna Cockrell no look bad at all over the 4 hurdles. But I think I have to put Little Knight and Clayton. I think these and probably Cockrell would be in the mix too. I'm gonna follow KC Graham. Any one of those 4 can actually take the win in that one. But it should be a very competitive one.
So, may I make a move shortly? Can I get in my two piece?
Yeah, man, KFC.
Respect every time. That should be a very competitive 400 meters hurdle event. Of course, the 2 big names in that 400 meters event is Sidney McCaughlin, Liv Ryan, and Femke Bull. There's going to be a battle for the bronze medal, I believe, and I think the bronze medalist could come from one of those runners that you featured. Backtracking to the men's 110 meters hurdles, Daniel Roberts, fantastic athlete. He's missed out on many occasions on the big occasion, and I would like to see him peak and get amongst the medals. It will be very difficult. Ainsley Parchment, one of Jamaica's finest track and field athletes. He's a man for all seasons when it comes to the big events. A wonderful gold medal in the Tokyo Olympics that we'll never forget. And I'm just hoping that it's going to be a good build up to the Olympic Games with some fantastic track and field. Viewers and subscribers, it's been a delight being with you, CD, TNT, Fabian, Casey Grimes. Give thanks and prayers, and let us hope that Jamaica are on the up and up, and we can get time to reflect, press on, and put our best foot forward come the national trials, and of course the lead up to the Paris Olympics. I wish everyone peace, health, and strength, and keep your love for track and field going. J3As, speak.
Hey, Casey, you know one thing I'm going to ask you too? Sydney McLaughlin not sure her answer she going to do the 4 or the 4 hurdle. But we see
Right. Hello?
in a 100 meter hurdles. What's she really up to?
I don't know as a coach. She has an experienced coach, so I don't know what the coach is. I don't know what happened. Maybe she don't want to run to Femke ball, so I say I run 400 meter. That Femke ball is a hard nut to crack, This girl is a real deal. Maybe Sydney don't want to meet her. So
You sure?
she
You
not
sure
run
about
100
that,
hurdles.
Casey
We know
Graham?
that.
You sure about that?
Huh?
Sydney never fears still,
Sure?
We know about Femke ball bad, boss.
Yeah, but
Sydney bad still,
Sydney
eh?
dangerous. If Femke
Yeah,
bad,
that's true.
Sydney not afraid of nobody. But think about
Okay.
it. You think Sydney go run for a Femke and run up in a Shane?
No. Hey, run a shot. Oh. And
Who
if
is the harder nut to crack? Shane,
huh?
Shane is the harder nut to crack, Remember, Sydney beat up
And
Femke ball regular,
Yeah, the saying is that when
And she will be
you
going
childbirth and come back, you run better. Eh? And it's the saying when you have childbirth and come run, you run much faster.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying, Casey Graham, the reality is Sydney would have beaten Femke Ball numerous times. But she's now stepping, she would have been moving into Shane Miller Weber's playground.
That is true, but I don't think Shani can reproduce the farmer years
Why
to
not?
come and beat. I just
Why not?
she has lost that kind of edge, that competitive edge when she was on top of the world. She was over a couple of years while the others have been competing regularly. So I don't see her really. I don't think she has anything to fear against Shani Miller. I don't think so.
Now, I see somebody saying Shani just had a child, but that means nothing. I saw her over the weekend and she looked superb.
Yeah, I know. And I said when you have a child and come back and run, you
Yeah,
tend
man.
to do better.
You get stronger, the
She's
pelvic area
right.
open up.
She looked superb
Mm-hmm.
in the
She looks
recently concluded world release. So I'm not saying Sydney can't conquer Shani. Don't get me wrong, because Sydney is a one of a kind talent. She's a super athlete. She's super disciplined. She's grounded. So I think I've seen the Femke Ball Sydney McLaughlin fight already. I want to see Sydney, Shawnee go at it. I want to see the two powerhouses go at it. Worse, the fact that the coach, Sydney's coach, they did mention that after the 400 meter hurdles record, they are going to target that 400, that flat 400 record. I want to see if they can actually pull that off, because I think they can.
okay.
So that is, I really want Sydney to run the flat 4, not the 4 hurdles. I want to see her go for that world record and get it.
Why? Our coach basically I try swing people. So Sydney Femke have to just prepare herself and don't watch nobody. And I saw it have to go.
Just focus on what she want to do.
Yeah.
I know, but don't focus on her competitor.
Yeah, man. What she hope to achieve.
Yeah.
Adeleke, Coach Casey, you think she gonna cause some problem at this Olympic? Think she gonna cause problem,
No. She help her team to do a good relay in the relay. Individually. I don't think she can trouble the Sydneys and the Shani and so, but I think and if her teammate run it, so she will be in the final. But to be amongst the medal and to beat any of those girls, it's gonna be hard. So I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I think you guys are giving Sydney way too much credit, but Ball is going to beat her if she stay fit. You have to give
Hmm?
Sydney credit, you know. A matter of fact, Sydney no want no credit. Sydney no use credit phone.
Is the world record
We
holder
are,
that was there?
Sydney Sydney basically is the world record holder. Each time she go up on the track, she's mesmerizing. So it's not about credit. It's about
No
giving her the dues that she deserves.
respect.
You see
Yeah.
me? Respect due. You understand? So it's not
Mm-hmm.
about just handing out credit to Sydney. We have she has been there and done that. She has done it before. So it's not adding to what she can do. It's what she has already done. And it's like we don't know where she's. You understand? Um, I think most of these coaches play cat and mouse game, you know, because too. But sometimes I wonder how the hurdlers, and me can understand with the hurdling, because it's a technical event, and you have to go up against them week in week out. For know your mistake, you might work on your first 5 hurdles, you might work on your first 3, or you work on the last 5 or so forth. But trust me, it is,
Heard it's about rhythm,
yeah.
and you have to get your rhythm right.
So you have to
It's a
constantly
rhythmic
do it.
event. Yeah, we can just do it to get better and better. And that's why you find the hurdles, they run very often. And you need that zone. As I said, it's a rhythmic event. And you have to get your rhythm right. Because one error, just one, when you can make an error in the flat race and come back in the hurdle, it's really difficult. Once you touch that barrier and you lose your momentum, it's a problem for you. Everything gone a while.
Okay. Um, we see we have a Delta Tango joining us. What is your take on what the discussion, Delta?
Yeah, man. Thanks for the big up. Um, I just think that we can't write off Paulino in the 400 meters. Sydney is, as was said earlier, entering what's her name there? Shawnee Miller-Weber and
Shani.
companies. Yeah, playground. And I think
Mm-hmm.
Paulina is a threat based on what she did. I think she won um what, a week or two ago and looked really good doing it. So I don't think we should leave out Pauline out of the discussion where the 400 meters is concerned at any point in time for this Olympics. I think she's going to do well. And I think she's going to be up there among the top medals at the Olympics.
Okay. All right. So we get that opinion from Delta. Yeah, I think Paulino is in the mix, but Paulino really have to go think about going super fast if she has to
Beat any of
um
those girls.
beat any of
Mm-hmm.
those girls. You understand? Cause them now play.
Yeah,
Um.
but what are the times we're looking at? For Sydney's best time versus Paulina's best time. What's the difference between those two athletes? And also comparing Shawnee's times, best times as well. We don't know if she's back in shape, as Casey was saying earlier. If she's back at
Mhm.
that place. So we have to compare times. We have to look at what Sydney has done so far in the 400 and what Paulina has done. And I agree with you that she'll have to run fast, but um, are they way ahead of her already, or is she right
I
there
think
with
I think
everybody
she's
else?
ahead of them right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
That's
she
what
has
I'm
the
saying.
propensity to go even further.
I
So we
expect
not
her
really
to
rule
improve.
her out. That's why I say she'd have to run the best that she has to in order
Yeah.
to upset any of those girls.
Hmm.
Because if she experience again, if she slip and don't run her race and try to match them, she might go
Hmm.
off her race strategy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's always a possibility where
Anything.
races are
Yeah.
concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Casey Graham, boy, we
Yeah.
call up on the show. You forward upon the show and 3 hours we there now, you know.
3 hours?
Yeah, man. I such a can feel nice with that, man.
Yeah, man, love it.
Yeah, man. So we definitely have to invite you back and you can sit down on the panel more comfortable and
No
and,
problem.
and talk. We don't know what go on. Probably have to send me an email so I can send it there. Because we need to go in the Olympics and have some shows where we do some more of these robust discussion. You understand? Predict
With our pleasure, man. No problem.
events and all of these things. So any final thoughts you want to share before you leave?
My first thought is that I just call on the fans to turn up at the National Stadium on Saturday to witness. This is for some of you. It's the first time you're going to see these stars. I mean, you won't be in Paris, and to give you support. You know, the world best will be there. So you know you're gonna see some great running. So go out there and support these athletes and have fun. That's all I have to say.
All right, then big up yourself.
No problem.
Tango, anything you want to say?
Uh, yeah, I hear the endorsement for the event Saturday. It should be a good meet.
Yeah, go
Uh,
right.
no, say I was actually getting some free tickets from work and turned down the offer. Here why me turned down the offer. Something that has been a pet peeve of mine over the years with the stadium, traffic management. I can't manage the traffic, the lack of traffic management. Everybody wants to have a big meet, a successful meet. Everybody wants to promote, a big meet, and they want everybody to come. But the stadium is a joke where traffic management is concerned. Getting into the stadium parking lot is difficult, and you say getting out is twice as difficult.
Worse.
Yeah, man, and yeah, it's a turn off for me. I've been a ardent supporter of track and field over the years, but I can't manage it no more, Papa. It's just it's a turn off. It's a turn off. And because of that, me turn down the free ticket offer. Me either work with TVJ or One Spot Media or something. But I can't manage the stadium again. We need to do something about the whole traffic management issue. Something we can't just leave fans to all and sundry. We can't just leave them up to anything. Some of the parking arrangements just not safe. You have to trust No.
And
A whole heap of things happen to people care
yeah,
when
man, care ever go missing for true, man.
you can't want fans turn out and you can't assure them in some way, shape or form. So and I'm not depend it.
This man sound like a logistics specialist, you know.
No, it's just from experience, we have a little logistics background, but still it's really just from experience of going to the stadium. I mean, I carry my children, we go everything, Grand Gala, you name it. I've been there. It's a headache.
You're right, man. I agree with you 100%. You talk truth.
Yeah, man. From races first Grand Prix, my brother. And I stopped going because I can't. Granted, that crowd has never been so big, but even with that small crowd, you have a problem. So the first one was pretty well supported, I must say. But the stadium, something I go on. I don't know if everybody see it or me see it or feel the way me feel about it, but I can't manage it.
I really think I talk still, but that not deter me from go stay. But each his own still.
Yeah, and you see,
and nobody to elaborate on that because somebody in the comment section say I might turn off other people who have been going and encounter, but they never yet say nothing. You understand?
No, that I feel them choice. Me can't turn off nobody. Your decision at the end of the day. And then you want to. Some people arrangement different. Some people have some preferential treatment. Me not have that. Me have in a hustler and bustler and in a line and whatever. So show me no say my thing not set like certain people want. Me just keep my distance. But I'm a fan and I'll always be a fan.
Alright, boss. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Much respect.
Alright. Yeah, man. Fabian, your final thoughts?
Hey, coach, the show long, but I didn't get to talk about one thing really Sydney Shawnee Pauline conversation. Because I did hear they were saying we could compare their times. And I don't think that would be a fair comparison because Sydney has run a total of 5 400 meters. 5 flat 400, all have been sub 50, three of which were at the US trials. She won all of them except the first one where she was beaten. All right, so you can't necessarily use times because Sydney is really a baby to the flat four. Right, so using times is not necessarily a good way to judge. I saw somebody in the comment section, I think it's Dr. Dan, saying Sydney doesn't have this sprint speed for the 400 meters. Sydney ran 22.3 last week in the 200 meters. So I mean that seems fast enough for her to run 48.7. So at the end of the day, that is why I want to see the clash between Sydney, Shawnee, Paulina. And I'm not writing out Paulina out of it. I'm not writing Nasir out of it. I really want to see the clash between those three. Sydney's a go-getter, Shawnee is a go. Shawnee is not going to allow Sydney to come in. All right. I'm not saying Shawnee is going to win. I'm not saying Sydney is going to win. As a fan of track and field, I want to see the best competing against the best. And I like people who say that they're going to do something and actually pull it off. I don't think Shawnee is going to allow Sydney to do that. Long shows, let me finish up with this point. No, I love racing, including car racing.
Mad. Cool pa
No,
car analogy me use now video them to, you know.
those who love car racing, you will understand and appreciate what I'm about to say. Now, if I've been to a car race and you hear some cars are rev up and them are rev and them so nice. Hear one car down this a start and everybody say yo, and then I hear one start down this and I say yo. That is what Renata Walcott has done this week. He start the two big car them and
And I pay nice. Everything a trend.
everybody lock in. So him start the two big car them. Those two videos, I think they were intentional. And him start the two big cars them to remind people to say, hey, I have the two big guns.
Hey, but you have people who say still enough Fabian. Oh, we stay so. Oh, if you use one little clip, we say
Those
whatever. But that's what I understand, you know.
track and field.
Mm.
If you see those clips, if you look at Shelly's clip, I don't think she could fix her farm anymore. That farm seems like she has worked on it, and then Alien has always been like poetry in motion when she's running.
Yeah,
She
man. Farm teacher, them be man.
form. And
One
remember,
are in a grade 5 block and one are in a grade 6 block. 10-5, 10-6.
just to put it in perspective, Alien was running. The video that I saw with Alien, she was running against resistance. And so, listen, when at the interviewer asked Walcott about Alien, there was a certain fire in his eyes when he was talking about Alien and Shelly. He has something up his sleeve. And I did say this last week after Julian's run that to me, Julian is not necessarily the prized possession at elite. And if Julian is running that fast, I don't need to finish it. I don't need to go any further. So wait until the big guns come out. And in the 2022 season, Shelly opened her season on May 7th. So it's not new to her to open her season late. All right, she opened on May 7th. I ran 10-6 at the Kip Kenya Classic. As a matter of fact, today, 2 years ago, she opened her season. And we all know how that season went. So just be patient and allow the big race cars to warm up. That's all I'll say about the videos.
All right. T. T look like she now in another part of it, you know. Alright, people, we're gone way over the time. Normally, for persons who are just joining us, we normally do a 2-hour video. Seeing? Because we want people sit and do the watch back and, you know, make them analysis same way and pick out and whatever. But we have gone over the time. This is like we have 3 hours, 14 minutes. So big up to the people who stick and stay. On the know that tomorrow T are gonna have fair live, so we are gonna crowd over there too. You understand? So if you're not subscribed to our channel, you have to do it, you know. You see me I say? And we'll go over there tomorrow night, go support. You get what I say? Big up to all the people in the chat room. Big up to the people that will come for watch and get some knowledge. Big up on yourself. Big up to the people who are drive them truck all the way to some parts of the world or the states them. And you tune in. Big up yourself. We appreciate it. And you can't get for comment. You can't get for interacting at the chat room. But definitely, big up yourself. Big up to Tango. Tango seem like a real track fan, you know. Yeah, man. Big up to Tango. I know him thing. Fabian, my co-host. T has become a co-host as well, people. Even though she probably not gonna agree, but you don't know. We are on the ground. And the man at the moment who joined us for the first time, KC Graham. Big up himself, you know. I mean, no, say him not gonna stop come over here, you know. And we are carrying over T-show too, you know. Yeah, man. So, look out for that too. I don't know if tomorrow night that gonna happen or when, but Casey, just tell us your availability, you know. And then we can get the link and send to you. You understand? So big up again, people. Until next time, stay safe. Peace out. We're gonna go run up the likes them on the video, man. Before we leave. If you have not liked the video, you'd have done yourself a disservice. Big up on yourself. I'm out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.